The Wild Wild West.
All right, Noah, we're on the podcast. Stop telling us about your fucking doper shit.
About your Schedule 1 drug use.
We are live from an Airbnb.
Yes.
Matt is on coffee.
I'm chill as hell, dude.
Matt's
You are
chill.
not. I've never seen you this fucking.
I've never seen this.
What are you talking about?
He's aggressive as
Stemmed
fuck,
up.
dude.
What are you talking about, dude? I'm chilling.
You are like, you can't handle
You
coffee.
almost punched a
What do you-
hole in the wall.
No,
You're
I
coked
didn't,
up.
dude.
He pulled up. I was like, where are the boys at? He's like,
Stim.
I don't know where there's fucking two dickheads. Oh.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, why is he mad at him? It's like 12:04. They're 4 minutes late. He's like, I don't know where the fuck. They're fucking around somewhere. And he's like, check out this shit. And like came in with a tripod. What were you just mad at a second ago?
I know where my phone
He was mad about the
Oh, where the
USB.
fuck's my phone? Oh, it's right here. All right.
He denounced Best Buy.
Oh,
Yeah, Best Buy, dude. You're
He sold me
spazzing.
some bullshit, dude.
Oh, these fucking idiots. It's like, yeah, dude, they work at fucking Best Buy.
Dude, they should know a USB-C versus a standard USB.
It's done, dude. Those dudes are done.
Yo, time is
Used to
money.
go to
When I
Radio
sit my
Shack.
Joe-
Geeks are gone, dude.
When
Dude,
I
used to
sit
go to
my
Radio
Joe-
Shack and they were on it.
Yeah, it is all. Yeah, true.
It's gone. I
It's
miss
all just
Radio
like
Shack.
theater kids now, which
It's
is
just
a wolf
fucking-
whistle. That's the way you can say gay kids.
So you're saying.
respectfully.
We've had some theater kids
So
on
let me
set.
clarify this.
Fuck.
Are you saying it's predominantly homosexuals that work for Best Buy, and that's why they make mistakes?
Yeah, because they used to
You're
have
using,
nerds.
dude. You're talking
they
completely
used to
reckless.
go-
I've never seen you like that. Look at his face.
I've never seen
dude.
this hateful.
This
I'm
is
not
crazy.
hateful. I'm not hateful whatsoever. I've just noticed as a social scientist, which I have my master's in social
It's true.
work, which I am a social scientist. I can't help but notice.
We are a family of scientists.
We are. Retail.
the dumbest group.
We're a family of citizen
Retail
scientists.
is dominated by gay dudes. I don't know if it's always been this way, but like
You're just kissing 40, so you think all young dudes are gay now.
possibly.
Mm,
I do
You're
have
just
my
like, oh,
white.
that guy at
My
Chipotle was
white
gay. It's
walls
like,
are
he's just
my
young.
white walls are activated, dude.
true.
I was like,
You're just older.
this guy's
Like
gay.
by the time you have a kid and he's in high school, you'll be like, all his friends are gay, but they're not. Like they're crushing more ass than we'd ever know.
I think
True.
the kids are gay now.
I don't think they are,
admit
dude.
that.
I just went to a grad party and like they were
Well-
hit as fuck.
yeah, but dude,
Nothing but cuts like Noah.
that's our cuz.
Nothing but babes.
That's our
he's,
cuz.
he's
Nothing but what?
babes.
Yeah.
How old were these babes?
18, it's the end of their high school career. I'm also a citizen lawyer.
Also, what?
I'm not saying they were, I was
Citizen
attracted
lawyer.
to them. I said they all had a babe with them.
No,
Yeah.
you said nothing but babes. High school
Well, their
graduation
moms,
party.
dude. It was their moms.
True.
Trust me,
a
brother.
lot of them, you know, it's funny.
I get it.
I thought it odd. A lot of them were dating college freshmen. That was weird. So they came back after the first year of college. They were all probably 19, 20.
So they're
21.
babes with the training wheels on. You can tell one day they're going to make beautiful 40-year-old women. You're like, damn, she's going to make a beautiful 40-year-old woman one day.
That's what
Yeah.
I was mostly gauging
Exactly.
on.
Sometimes
Exactly.
you see a hot 18-year-old chick, no, or like an 18-year-old.
don't.
You're like, she's going to make a beautiful 45-year-old
Yeah,
lady.
she's gonna be a
Oh,
beautiful
man.
bride someday.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's probably what I was. I'm saying they were very heterosexual men.
Yeah, of course, dude. That's the
But
area.
you just said all young
That's
kids.
the area.
Okay.
That's the area.
You're high, dude.
You're not gonna
I'll talk
catch
to you
those-
later.
I don't know.
That is my dark secret. If I drink coffee, I'm basically on coke all day long, just buzzing around.
You
Yeah,
should
it's-
switch to Coke
nice.
as a social experiment.
I don't think it will go well.
I
I
do.
think you and me should
Julian
do coke
Palmer
as
did
an
it.
experiment.
Julian Palmer switched to cocaine instead of coffee to see how it worked. And he said it was easier to do a small bump of cocaine every morning than to drink a cup of coffee every morning. As far as like headaches and jitteriness, he said he was waking up, doing a little, and
Bro.
going about his day.
When did he stop?
How can he stop?
The same way you
How
stop
can
drinking.
he stop? If I did one bump in the morning, I'd be like, all right, well then I'm
Yeah,
gonna
well,
have
it's,
one
he
more.
was just doing a tiny one. The same, like he was doing the effect level, but the same a cup of coffee would do to him. So it was just a little. I don't do
Yeah, but dude, I
cocaine,
have
so
one
don't
cup
know.
of coffee, and I'm like, I should get another cup of coffee. I'm gonna do.
I don't. See,
I'm
that's,
gonna be
that's
licking
an
the
addict.
bag. I'll
That's
be
an
licking the
addict.
bag, dude. I'm gonna
I
be sitting
drink
there
one
like,
cup of coffee and I'm good off it.
It's
You're a gobbler, dude.
I'm a bit of a gobbler.
You're a bit of a gobbler.
With stims, I'm a bit of a gobbler.
Yeah.
What happens at
You're a stim
nighttime, all the fun's over, and I just have like the craziest feeling of
Bro,
doom.
that's how stims end every time.
It sucks, dude.
There's nothing worse than a night of doing cocaine.
Oh, I
and
can't
you're
imagine.
like, this rules.
And then the night ends.
And then you got to get in an Uber for an hour back to Queens, and then sit in your bed while the sun's up, just like
And sleep's not an option.
yeah,
Yeah.
it sucks.
See, I don't know. I don't.
That's
use
sadness.
these. I'm a family.
I've never
guy.
I never snorted stims. I've only done the hot, sacred brew of Western capitalism, which is coffee.
Coffee, yeah.
I drink like ayahuasca in the morning. I'm just fucking like,
If you don't drink coffee for a while, then get back into it, it fucks you up.
dude, well, I'm telling you, the only reason I can even drink it at all is because of my mag supplementation, dude. Magnesium.
Magnesium
7
makes
different
Stims
types.
easy. Then try the Coke with the mag, dude.
I'm going to
Just
step up
for
my mag
citizen
intake.
science.
I'm going to step up
I'm
my
gonna
mag
let the
intake.
scientists fly right now.
Yeah, it's
I'm
a
gonna let
separate
the
topic.
scientists
It's a
exchange
comedy
ideas.
podcast. You should start a science podcast.
Yeah, dude, I want to get fentanyl out, dude.
What?
We just lost one good YouTuber to fentanyl, dude. You think
Who?
the YouTube community needs to lose me? Kevin Samuels, dude.
Who's Kevin Samuels?
Dating guru.
Who's a black guy who trash women?
He was called ladies host.
And he died from fentanyl?
He was a social scientist as well. He was probably doing a little bit of coke to keep himself, YouTubing.
Speaking of untimely deaths, I did just get breaking news from Phil Gillis. Sad news, comma, Goodfellas star, comma, Ray Liotta has died, comma, age 67, period.
That's young.
That is young.
He was only 27 years older than me. I've been on a heavy death trip since I turned 40.
Really?
I do constant death math.
Like how many years you have left?
Like, I'll be like, so I started doing this thing the night I turned 40, where I
Yeah.
was like, fuck, if I think back to like riding a bicycle and then put that amount of time ahead of me, it's my funeral.
Yeah.
You think
Yeah.
so? What are you
Definitely.
giving yourself?
What? Like
Oh.
70-ish?
Yeah, fuck. That was
Yeah. So I learned to ride a bike when I was like 7.
Yeah.
So
That
that was
always
what,
helps me though. Whenever I
I'm
think back,
with it. I'm into
Yeah,
it.
that makes me happy.
It
When
makes
I'm
me
like,
happy because I'm like, fuck yeah.
I have that much time. I'm 6th grade till yeah.
But like, all I'm saying is I constantly do that math now. Like I'll see like a 70-year-old and be like I'll do like a real fast like calculation. I'll be like, damn, like you're me in first grade reversed.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I tripped out.
Is that what you did with the babes at the party?
I was with my family though. I'm a family man.
You didn't
dude.
do the age reverse with the girls at the high
No,
school,
no.
the girls' party?
This is just on my life. Like they're doing their thing. They're gonna go to the beach and have a good time.
You're just happy.
I'm
for them.
happy.
They're
for
young
them.
and
I'm happy for my
beautiful
the
and
They're
youngsters.
gonna go to the beach.
Yeah, they'll go to the beach. And
Did
I
you
hope
want
they
them to-
swim, enjoy the ocean.
You want to see them
pieces.
try on their outfits?
I'm a family man. I don't think like this. I
You
have
don't think
daughter.
about their tiny little outfits at the
No,
beach?
I don't think about that kind of stuff.
their teeny weeny polka dot
Frocking?
bikinis.
In
What?
their teeny weeny polka dot bikinis?
I don't think about these girls
Frolicking in the water
frolicking.
together?
Nah, that's not
They're
for me.
not
dude.
much of water bugs. Those
The beautiful girls?
He watches
yeah, the beautiful girls, dude. They're not much of
He
water
keeps
bugs.
an eye on them at the beach.
keeps a hard eye. Is that right, girl's gonna swim?
You guys want to hop in? God, it's hot as hell. You guys want to take a dip?
He's hitting up their instant messages. Do you guys swim? I don't see any bikini pics anywhere.
Yeah. Like, yeah, my daughter's too, but she'll be a teenager like you one day. What are you teens into? I just want to prepare myself.
I'm 42, so I'm like,
I hang
the
out?
drive's not there anymore. I'm way more grandfatherly now. I've
True.
been 40
That's how
rough.
I am. I kind of now I'm more like pastoral. I just survey like all the people at once.
Yeah,
Like I was at your birthday party. I was so tripped up. I was sipping those fucking hemp eggs.
that was
I
a
was
good
just
time.
he makes these drinks and they're just like
I got everyone like
Spade told me, bro.
subtly stoned
Spade
at my
told me you
birthday.
hit Spade with a fucking like, how fucked up are you?
Dude,
And he was like, I'm fine.
Dude, everyone was like mildly stoned at my 40th
everyone
birthday.
was. You turned the party into
turned
Dolly.
the party
Dude. You're
on,
like
yeah.
Kanye West. You turned the party into Dolly. Party melted, dude.
It was
It
nice.
was just like a bunch of people in
Everyone-
his backyard. Everyone was like,
I made a
keg.
I made a keg of like cannabinoid infused seltzer,
Dude, it's like imagine like 3 milligrams per can of
but it
liquid
was
death.
very nice.
And it's like you don't know, and it's an alcohol tincture, so it just kind of like slowly builds. So you feel it doesn't wallop you at once. You're just kind of like chilling
You
on
feel it like a beer, but the
then
plus
eventually,
is
dude, it gets
when
you.
you stop drinking them, you don't get that weird like I have to go home because I'm done drinking beer. You know when you're drinking beer,
Yeah.
you got to keep drinking beer,
Yes.
and if you stop drinking beer, it's like okay, now I'm done. I'm going home. With the hemp sauce, it's
Not
like,
if you're a social scientist.
oh, yeah, man, it's different.
Well, now you've figured it out. Now
Yeah.
you don't have to go home.
You don't have to do. You don't have to,
Now you never have to go home, and the party never ends.
well, no, what I'm saying is you can stop drinking them, and then you still feel good
Yeah.
forever. You kind of start to feel better when you stop drinking.
That's true.
It's reverse.
Yeah,
beer.
I felt great driving back on those things.
I don't want to bore everyone with science though. Yeah, you can drive on it. It's
You
not
can.
irresponsible.
Yeah, dude. The whole point was I was sitting there and I was overlooking like the generations, and I was just being like, dude, this is like the life's just flowing.
Yeah,
It's like the life.
The
is just
tapestry. You were
continuing to
observing
flow.
the
I was on the
tapestry.
tapestry.
Yeah.
I was on the flip side, just like whoa.
it's
Life
pretty
is
cool.
just
I'm glad
flowing.
I'm glad I was able to turn you on my 40th birthday party.
I was fully turned on, dude. I was like, God damn, look at these young generations.
That's one thing. Now that I'm 40, I'm like, I'm trying to be way more open about like my goals.
Is this
of
how you
getting-
guys were when you were like, now that I'm 25, I've got
No,
it
no, I'm
figured out.
telling
You're
you.
like, look, man, trust
I've
me. When you're
always been
30,
the
you'll see
opposite.
the whole universe.
I've always been the
Dude,
opposite.
What the fuck are you guys
No,
talking about?
dude, I've never paid attention to how old I was. I'm telling you, I've always been like, oh, it doesn't matter. And then the night I was going to bed when I was 40, I started like elbowing my wife and she's trying to fall asleep. And I was like explaining my death math to her. She's
That turns them on, by the way.
Stop. Nah, she wasn't into it. It kind of does.
She didn't like it?
They love hearing
Well,
about
she
to
wanted to
die.
sleep. So it was more so
They
I
do
could have been.
fantasize about their husbands dying.
Oh, for
They do.
sure.
That women want their husband
I
dead.
learned a long time ago, the more a chick thinks that you're probably going to die, the more they're into you.
Oh, for sure. They
Think about it.
for sure, dude.
Definitely.
Also, the lady who
Danger
wrote
boy, dude.
How to Murder Your Husband just got arrested for murdering her husband.
What?
Bitch.
I didn't know that.
Somebody
Fuck
wrote
you,
a book
bitch.
called How to Murder Your Husband.
And then she
Fucking
murdered her
asshole.
husband?
And she murdered her husband. Just got taken in on it. Fucking
What?
idiot bitch. That's what you get.
What a fucking idiot.
I'm so confused.
How to not murder your husband is write a fucking book, you dumbass.
Wait, so she wrote a book on how to murder your husband, then she murdered her husband.
Or she murdered her husband and was like,
She
I
hit the
should-
OJ. Didn't
she-
OJ
she
write
did
If I Did It?
If
do
I
it,
did
yeah.
it, yeah. Good book.
He got away with it.
yeah, let me, I'm pretty sure. Sometimes
I think
do
he
fuck up
reads
the
it on
headlines.
Audible.
No.
What?
I think he reads it on
Does he?
Audible, yeah.
Still the GOAT. The funniest fucking
Is he
quote
in
was
jail
it-
now?
Was him just saying, I don't
No,
want to
he's
go to
chilling.
I don't want to go to LA because I might be in the same room as my killer, and I don't want to do that.
That's a sick move.
And
Get
they're
away
like-
with murder.
Does
is
he know
fucking
his killer?
sick.
No, he doesn't. That's
Also-
why he's afraid to go to LA because he might accidentally be at a restaurant and the killer could be in there,
True.
and that would fuck him
The
up.
juice, what do you think he would do to the killer?
The juice, he'd be
Stab him?
like, "You son of a bitch! What'd you do?"
He put on a glove and stab him. Yeah, that's fucking, that's crazy to have that much charisma where you murder your wife and like the majority of
It
society
was just
is
money,
like,
dude.
ah.
Yeah.
You what?
It was just money. Everyone knew he did it, but they were just like, it's the juice.
No, it was money and race. They hit
True.
race pretty good on that one.
Yeah, they
They're like,
went,
let us get one free pass.
they beat Rodney King so hard that they were like,
Yeah. All right. It was
Free.
a prisoner exchange. We were like, all right, two whites.
they let him out.
Rodney King, we're cool on that.
yeah, true. That was everything calmed down after that.
I
Juice
remember-
was loose and everyone chilled.
I was in 8th grade or 7th grade. I can't remember. No, I was in 7th grade. And then
Yeah.
we were at 8th grade graduation parties watching the Bronco
Bro.
chase.
Were you really?
It was like we were all crowded around TV being like, fuck yeah. Like we were rooting
How
for them
old,
to get
how old
away.
are you?
I'm 40.
Yeah, that was one of the first memories. Like
What,
that.
the
I
Bronco
remember
chase?
laying on the living room floor in a room with people, everyone watching the Bronco chase.
Yeah. And then I
the
remember
verdict.
being in the schoolyard and the teachers put the verdict on with their car doors open. So there was like 5 car doors open and we were cranking the OJ verdict.
It happened during school.
Happening, it was
I
like
have a false memory. I remember. I have a false memory apparently of the OJ thing with like at a family party and everyone it might have just ran.
you might have been home.
maybe.
Nah, you would have been in like
No, I was-
second grade.
I think I saw the news getting covered that he
Yeah.
did get released later at a family party and watching our uncles get very red. I watch all like I remember being really little and like damn my uncles are really mad about this guy not getting charged for murder. And
No, I
was like,
remember we like
interesting.
we were in the schoolyard and they called us over and we were just like, what? And they were like, listen to the OJ verdict. This is important. And then they were like, not guilty. And then we like went back to playing kickball.
Yeah, like don't give a fuck. This is not important to me. I'm 7. Yeah,
Yeah, I was maybe 12.
yeah. It's like okay. Yeah, it's who was bumping it? Mrs. R and the fucking-
Hoiberg, like all the
Hoiberg?
Yeah.
bro. Fuck. I'm not gonna slander our
See, they're in
teachers by
some hot
name.
water right now.
What? Who?
The alma
HB?
mater. Yeah. I'm not going to say
HB?
them by name.
Who is?
Our grade school alma mater.
Which one though?
Little cover up activities.
Really?
But, yeah.
I know they've had multiple scandals at St.
They
Thomas the
had
Apostle and Glen Mills.
Yeah, they had they had an 8th grade teacher. I think you were friends with him growing up.
Nah, come on.
I think
Get the fuck out of here, dude.
Was it the 8th grade teacher that he talks about a lot?
no, this is a new boy.
That's a different one. There's
Oh,
a
okay.
new
It was
kid
a
on the
new guy,
block.
right? New guy on the block. He was a little chubby, right? And he started getting in shape, and he started changing some like fitness tips with the boys. And it was like, let me get some ab pics, and it just kept going down. Then it was like, come over, drink some beer.
This was someone I went to school with? I don't think so.
Nah, I thought you chilled with him.
You lifted.
What?
You
I'm
lifted
so-
with this guy.
Yeah, I think you lifted him. I think he was your lifting coach. Nah, he was a dude we both know.
didn't
The
know
Some.
guy who would
coach.
spot you on
Yeah,
the
I'll just
squats.
fuck with you. He was a dude we both knew some. I'm not gonna
Oh.
dox him. Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah, so he got it.
He was wanting to see the boys' physique, dude.
He was, but then he started saying, let me see
8th
the
grade
bird.
boys?
8th, 9th.
Was you want to see their V taper?
He wanted, but then he kept going lower. He was like, what's up with these? He was like, he started asking him questions about
Their dick?
their birds and how they play with them.
He's an 8th grade teacher.
Yeah.
He wants
Sex
to know.
ed, bro.
That's
It wasn't
science.
saying he was
Sex
being
ed,
dirty.
private
He was being
tutor.
dirty. Dude.
He was a
the guy alone.
scientist. He was a scientist.
He wasn't a scientist. He was a map.
He was he was conducting some experiments.
He was a map, dude.
You map?
Minor attractive person.
Minor.
I don't like to use derogatory terms like pedophile.
True. Use a map.
Here's a map.
And man, what a great gig he got. He probably found out like you'll be an 8th grade teacher. He was like,
How'd he get fucking busted, dude?
He was doing this
dude.
via text.
Yeah, but who got a hold of his text? Which one of these
the
little
gay
fucking
police,
kids?
which are 8th graders.
Which one of these gay police kids fucking snitched on him?
Imagine being an 8th grade boy and being like, yo, watch me trick Mr. So-and-so.
That'd be
and
the
then-
greatest.
Oh my
and
god.
then being like, dude, let's go tell your dad.
Oh, that's
Like,
about to be the funnest shit. Dude, if a male
was
teacher
all
tried to
we
fuck
did.
me, I would have been like, thank you, God. This
Dude,
is the
we
best
had-
ever.
It'd be so
in
nice.
7th grade, our teacher worked at Orange Julius in the mall.
Yeah.
And we just would go there and taunt her for her whole shift. We'd be like, why do you work here? Can we get, like, we would just fuck with her. So we would fuck with her all day in school. We found out where she worked and we would just get dropped off at the mall and continue to fuck with her. But
She
imagine
worked at fucking Orange Julius?
she worked at Orange Julius.
They did not pay the
man.
teachers at our
They
grade
paid
school
our teachers
well at all.
$19,000 a year.
Yeah, they didn't pay
Because
ours.
one time we were being bad and I remember it. I was in 7th grade. Our teacher stopped talking, walked over, erased the blackboard, and wrote her salary on the wall. It was like, I make $19,000 a year, and I have to put up with this shit. And I was like,
It's a lot.
That's
what
a
are
ton
you
of money.
complaining? You know how many 20s that is?
Yeah, it's so much.
I was geeked. I was like, wow,
Dude,
this
19
lady's out of
that's
her
like they're
mind.
getting like $300 a week.
Yeah, this was 95. Still,
That's rough.
that's
dude.
rough.
Like 395 was pretty hefty. When I took a suspension in high school, they paid me $300.
That's like $1 million.
Bro, it was like
$100
$100,000.
is
It was
a
like
million.
$100,000.
Oh, your bro took it. You took the rap.
I took the
$100 in high school was like 100,000 now.
Yeah, it'd be 100 G's.
If someone gave you $100,
Bro,
you'd
it
be
sat
like,
in my nightstand. They were like, promise me you didn't get paid to do this. And I was like, I didn't get paid to do this.
hiding money from your parents is nuts.
I did 300. I
Yeah.
didn't even hide it. It was just in my top drawer.
It'd
I
be
would
like,
look at it.
no,
I'd be like, I was grounded for like 3 months, and I'd open the drawer and check out my 3 crispy Franklins and be like,
fuck yeah.
We did it.
worth it. I think my mom cried. Secured the
She was
bag.
going to cry no matter what.
True.
Mom's
Secured the-
cried.
She
They
knew.
do.
She knew.
They knew it was good.
She knew you got
I didn't
paid?
do this guy a favor anyway because I was like, he was like, I'm gonna get it together. He like went on to do like heroin.
Yeah, I do my really south. Really cool dude though.
He was the man.
I like that guy.
He was the man. But
I mean, paying 300. How old was he?
big bucks.
He was a senior.
He's seen
He had 300 just to
Now
be like,
all the boys
the
chipped
boys.
in.
This was like a very he was like one of the most affable, likable dudes. Very popular guy. So a lot of the bros chipped in.
Yeah.
it probably
Good
felt
dude.
good to do a favor for him.
I felt good. I mean,
I
dude,
always
they,
liked the guy.
They gassed me up on some bullshit terms, dude. They're like, yo, like senior chicks are gonna probably they promised me sex from like women. I was like, no doubt. I was like, this is gonna be tight, dude. All you gotta do is do this like 2-month stretch, and then it's nothing but ass. There's like, we're gonna write all your papers for you and do it. They just gave me $300.
Yeah. Still
Got
sick.
zero. One girl was like, that was nice of you to do that, and I was like,
She didn't like it.
no, I was just
She
kind of
didn't
like,
follow
yeah,
through.
that's what's up. And she's like,
Yeah.
yeah, and they just left, and I was like, when do I get head from this? Never got it.
That probably inspired a beat, though. Was she attractive?
I mean, you didn't need to inspire beats on me back then. The river was flowing, dude.
Yeah, you didn't need much inspiration back then. It was like
No.
taking a dump.
I had my muse was with me all the time. I had to be
Who was your muse?
just all the time. Everybody, everything.
Everything. Yeah. I remember like it was like taking a poop.
Oh yeah,
You're like, oh shit, there's that urge. And it was like, let's go.
I had to like immediately.
And if
address
something
it.
triggered it, it was even worse.
True, a
Like, you caught a
masturbatory
hug
episode.
or something, or you caught like
Having a fap after a hug.
It was just
so
the second
sick.
my parents left.
oh yeah.
Like immediately, I
remember-
did, no matter what, as soon as I got a chance.
I used to have to
Straight
watch
to
all
it.
these fuckers, and my mom would be like, "Oh, I'm taking your brother to like math tutor at 4," and I'd be like hyperventilating from 3:30 till 4. And then
You'd
I
be
would,
like, what time are you leaving?
yeah, I'd be like, "When are you leaving? When are you going?
What
When
are you
are
guys?
going?
How long are you going to be gone?
I can't wait till my son starts doing this. It's gonna be like, dude,
How long are you going to be gone?
I'm gonna lie to him.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to bust him.
I got busted once.
Just hit the
You got
garage
busted?
door.
I didn't get busted fapping, but I had a hard drive, right? So this, I had like a floppy disk, not like a 3.5 disc,
Yeah.
right? And so it goes back, like we used to steal Playboys. That was our thing. Like we used to go to the mall and steal like Penthouse and Playboy and then bring them into school. And like we had like a tight network of like bros that would steal and ship them
Yeah.
around to each other. And this one nerd was like, dude, I have the internet. I can get this stuff on a 3.5 disc.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, bull fucking shit. He's like, bring me a disc. So I brought him like, you know what I'm talking about? 3.5 discs, the little hard guys.
Floppy disk.
I bring him one. He loads it up. I take
floppy?
it back. Not
Or-
a floppy, like the
yeah,
hard
my
one.
bad. Similar.
So not like the flat, not like the big one. It was the little guy.
Yeah.
you put like homework on them and stuff. He was like, dude, I'll load it up. So he loads it up, gives it back to me. And I pop it in my computer as soon as I get home. This was pre-internet. This was everyone having internet.
Okay,
he had the internet.
It was like AOL dial-up. Before that,
right? So he's like,
man, what a pervert his dad must have been.
that's a whole nother story. But then so this dude was like an OG Prodigy head. He had like pre-AOL internet. Oh. So like he gives me this disc. I go home, I pop it in, and it's like QuickTime's need it to open file. And I'm like, the fuck is QuickTime? So I pop it out, shelve it. A year later, like mom was like, can you put this new card shop or something on the computer? Pop it in. It's like download. It's like download QuickTime. And I was like, fucking QuickTime. I downloaded it and I started hounding her. This is a year later, right? So I'm in 8th grade now.
You had a hot floppy for that long?
Dude, it was just sitting. So I wrote like social studies on it and like put it in the shelf.
Social studies.
So like a year later, I'm downloading like Oregon Trail or some shit, right? And it says QuickTime. I hit download. And like from that moment, I'm like, Mom, are you going for a walk? Mom, are you gonna take the dog out? Mom. And she's like, what the fuck is this kid up to?
Yeah.
So finally she's like, yeah, I'm going for a walk. I'll be back in 1 hour. No. She literally went outside and went around to the back window and watched me in the computer room. I get the disc. I pop it in.
What the fuck?
But dude, I was just on recon, so I wasn't fapping. Thank fucking God. I pop it in, right? I open up the first image and it was like, probably like Carmen Electra or Jenny. Who did Singled Out? Jenny McCarthy?
Yeah.
So like it was like line by line coming down. Then the titties pop up and it's like still going. All of a sudden, it's like, what the like my mom comes bustling in because she was at the window. Oh no. So she was like, what the fuck? How the fuck are you getting naked women on the computer? Because this was before the internet. So I popped the disc and I completely ratted on the kid because he was the biggest nerd in my class. I'm like, yo, so-and-so gave me. She's like, bullshit.
He gave me this. I didn't know what it was going to be.
That kid never would have done that. So I just had to take the fucking fall for it.
What sick you try to offer him up?
I immediately was like, this nerd kid gave it to me.
Yeah, I didn't know what it was. He tricked me.
No, I was like, he told me it would be on here, but I didn't know.
Oh, really?
And she just wasn't having it.
I wanted to check to make sure.
So that was my closest to getting busted.
Yeah,
but thank
10
God,
more minutes, bro.
Thank God it was slow because I would have been fucking crushing to it.
She had to get in there quick.
She knew what she was doing too. She didn't want that.
Yeah, but she had to hurry up because she was on the clock.
She was on like.
It was a matter of seconds.
It was two separate conversations she had to deal with.
Yeah.
Jesus, bro. In your own room,
man,
too?
you must have been so bad at selling the fucking where are you going?
I was so bad. I was like, where are you? Like, are you going for a walk?
I think the dog needs to go out.
Mom. Because I was like, she told me, she was like, you were so fucking weird for like 20 minutes about getting me to get out of the house.
Yeah, I had to come.
Yeah, I was like, sorry, Mom. I had to blow.
It must be nice to watch an 8th grader just poorly act. Just be like, Mom, go walk the dog.
Worried about
like, why are you telling me what to do for the first time in your life?
And you think you're like miles ahead of them. You're like, okay, if I get her out to walk the dog, I could jerk off all over myself.
Get rid of her.
At our family computer desk.
It's time to whack off at the family desk. Every fucking family computer got just destroyed, dude.
Used to get fried.
Every day there was cum.
Oh, dude, it was crazy.
You and your dad.
I used to fry my roommates' computers in college because I didn't have a laptop.
I didn't have a laptop.
So I would just be like, they would leave and I would just openly go to their rooms and melt their computer and then walk away and watch them come home, flip out. I'd be like, what's up? Like, who the fuck was trying to find One Night in Paris? What's that? What's that?
Dude, I had a desktop. In college, and I was taking summer classes. I didn't think anyone was home. Got out of the shower. We didn't have air conditioning, so it was like 98 degrees in the apartment. I was ass naked at a desktop in our living room. Ass naked, whack it off. And my fucking bro came home and sat on the couch, and the computer's right here. And he was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, dude, get out of here. It's like, dude, for real, stop.
Oh my God.
Naked, hunched
over. It was always
over.
funny when people got caught jerking off and they'd be like, I gotta take a shit. And they would just leave and just continue to fap.
I never actually, no, I got caught once by my ex-girlfriend when I was in college.
It can call your girlfriend.
But it was weird because like, I like came home from work and then like immediately got in the shower and just started jerking off. And then she popped in to be like, hey, like, hi, how was work? And I was like head back. And we were 18. We were having sex like 9 times a day.
Yeah, but still, yeah.
She's like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm just like, I don't know. I constantly come. Like, But it was like me head back, full on fucking.
No, you're in the
yanking,
throes of it.
In the throes of like.
It was an herbal essence.
Yeah.
You were having herbal essence
And
shampoo.
my head was like, I just remember like looking forward, and it was just her face in the curtain.
Oh my God.
Busted. That's the only time I've ever actually been busted. Not including sharing rooms with brothers, because you would get busted constantly. It'd be like, dude, stop fucking jerking off. You'd be like, I'm not.
Yeah, true.
'Cause we shared a room with 3 dudes.
Yeah. I was pretty good. I've said it before. I got caught loading up my hands with like an intense amount of fucking lotion, and then just started slathering it on my arms. Mom was like, "What are you doing?" I was like,
Moisturizing.
she's like, "Where'd you get that?" I was like, "It was Hunter Tom's bed,"
Damn.
and I just left.
Damn.
That sucks for moms with a lot of sons.
dude.
Like 4 boys that are just whacking.
Billy had.
Someone must have been whacking like once an hour. Somebody was whacking.
Oh, for
I
sure.
remember being in like 8th grade and my mom storming out of the laundry room and be like, I'm not doing any more fucking laundry. And I was just like, and at the time, I was just blowing loads and throwing them in the hamper constantly. I never once put it together until I was older. Like, oh, dude, she probably picked up some like loaded boxers.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, probably got on her
Fuck on her
hands.
hand, she just fuck.
And our
I showed
socks
her-
were labeled with our. My mom would
Dude,
initial our socks like, "You keep your socks. These are
Oh,
yours."
she wanted to know who
These
the
are yours.
perpetrators were.
Dude, but then I started fapping when I was like 10.
Yeah.
So like by the time I could fully fucking rip ropes, it was what, like maybe 12,
Yeah.
13.
Yeah.
So like those M socks were coming down at a very young age, and she was just probably like, Jesus fucking
But
Christ.
dude, I blame it on her because she should have just sat us down and been like, dudes, start fucking getting tissues, quit fapping in your laundry. Game over.
True, but
She suffered in silence until she broke.
Yeah, but you got to be silent, dude.
Yeah,
You
who
could
wants to do
never do that.
to have your mom
I would do
sit
it
you
now.
down-
I know, I wouldn't do that to my daughter.
Think
Yeah,
if you had 4
dude.
daughters that were
I would not
squirting
do it,
on
yeah.
everything you had, would you ever be
Barf.
like, girls, stop squirting on
I
all
would
those
just
fucking
completely
pillows?
ignore it. I would go outside and just chop wood. Just fucking
For
Yeah,
sure.
You have to chop wood.
never
For
talk
sure.
about it. With my
You'd have to
son,
come
I'd
back.
punch
You'd have to
him.
come into your
Literally.
daughters and be like, "The world's a scary place, ladies. You should be very careful."
Yeah, I
When
would
we
just
sh-
never
When we
address it.
showed up, when me and Gardini showed up to Louis to do the President's podcast, he was just out front chopping wood.
Dude, chopping wood is
Was
the
he?
best thing you
and
can
then
possibly
he handed
do.
me, and we got to chop wood with Lou Dog.
How was it?
He fucking broke out a chainsaw right when we pulled up.
I
He
got,
was like, "Nobody can hear you out here."
what were you using? A maul or like a wedge and a?
It was just a regular wedge axe. It was easy. It was so easy.
Yeah,
It's
it's
so
easier
much
than you
fun,
think,
though,
man.
It's so easy.
Dude, I
it's
do
so
it. I try to do
satisfying.
it for like an hour a day at least.
It's awesome.
It's so much fun.
You
Yeah.
get the wood burn stove.
I got the wood burning. It's so meditative and it's so like you just get into it. And then when you start fucking splitting them, you're like yelling and shit. You're like, fuck yeah. Like,
yeah.
Oh, really?
or I have my son watch me do it
That's nice.
and he counts down like 3, 2, 1 between axe blasts.
That's
Oh,
nice.
So then I have to fucking split them or else he'll be like,
Dad's
Pop
pussy.
can split them. How come you can't do that? Or like Uncle Billy, because Billy fucking splits wood. Like
Yeah, he's probably a motherfucker.
I'm sure he
it's
does.
insane.
Fuck.
But he'll be like, dude, Uncle Billy could split down. Like, fuck.
It's not hard.
No,
Well,
I
the
think
wood
we get the
well,
big
you know
ones.
what?
Yeah.
It depends because the wood we
He
were
probably had
using
celebrity wood. He
was
probably
very
had
easy. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was easy.
He was probably using slab wood.
Is
Yes.
cracking fire starter logs?
Yeah, like I go back in the woods, harvest logs, roll them down.
He harvested them.
All right, I'm
He
not
was
gonna put smut on
harvesting.
his name.
Don't talk fucking
I'm not
shit.
gonna talk shit on your boy, dude. I'm not gonna talk shit on the greatest comic of all time.
Accuse him of having some like
Thank you.
washed up koa wood.
Yeah, of like supermarket wood. He was just European splitting.
He knew we were coming. He knew we were coming, so he had some wood set out.
Supermarket wood is fucked up.
I huck fin everyone who comes out too.
What do you mean?
I'm like, dude, you ever chopped wood? And they're like,
True.
yeah. I'm like, no, you haven't. When? I'm like, you probably couldn't do this. It's like
It
and then
does rule though.
Every dude who gets it, they'll chop like a half quart of wood.
Yeah.
Because it's easier than you think. Like they
It's
fly
so
apart.
easy.
Yeah, you wouldn't think you thought you'd have to be like a fucking expert to get them split in half.
I thought the accuracy would be hard. It's not.
Not
You have
hard
to hit
dude.
it.
It's so primal.
And then, yeah, I thought you'd have to fucking drill it.
Nah,
You just have to connect.
You'd be
it nicely.
surprised, like where your focus is, your axe always hits.
true.
It's like archery.
I'm terrible at archery.
Oh, you
terrible
really? I
too.
might get
I
into it.
fucking launch it
I got
Really?
into it for a
over
second
every time.
because I wanted to kill a deer with a bow and arrow, but I
Yeah.
kind of lost steam.
And killing the deer.
I like helped this dude carry a deer out of the woods one night.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Like there's this dude who comes out and hunts around the property, and he has my number because like we always chat. And one night I crushed like 2 gummies or something. I'm like sitting on my couch, and he texted me. He's like, "Dude, can you help me bring
Oh,
a 200
no.
pound deer out of the woods?" And I just ate the edible. I was like, "Yeah, I'll do this for 5 minutes. Come back in, like ride this out." I was in the woods for like 3.5 hours with this fucking dude. Pitch black, pouring rain, just geeked on like 2 gummies.
Good Christ.
Dragging a fucking deer
That sucks,
through the
dude.
mud.
That sucks.
And I was like, I don't want to do this that bad.
Yeah.
But it was cool.
Dragging a dead deer in the woods?
Dragging the deer. Like it was me and some dude hoisting up like a 200-pound deer and just dragging it through like completely pitch dark woods.
You should have grabbed his ass.
And he
You
kept
should've
asking
fucked
me
him.
where we were. And I was so stoned that I just kept being like,
That
we got to
sucks.
go to that tree. And I had him all over the place.
That's a tale as old as time.
So
Just
sad.
a local hunter asking the village fucking idiot, can you help? And he'd be like, guide me, sir. And you're like, yes,
Dude,
this
I brought him
way.
the wrong way.
You were
for,
like Schmeagol, dude.
I was
Yeah.
like 300 yards
It's
the
just
wrong
up
way.
here. It's up ahead.
Come on,
And
come
then you get
on.
up there like, ah, shit. It's over this way.
It was like pouring rain. It was wild.
Oh, that would have sucked, dude. I'm the worst with that.
Hey.
People were like, we're
Well, dude, we were in the pitch black woods.
that's fair.
And I was like, dude, I don't know. I think we
She
got
was
to.
like,
Black
a
Woods.
witch has hexed us, dude.
Yeah.
you could have been hexed.
I might have gotten
You
hexed
should have
that
just
night.
dropped it and ran. Sprinted.
I was thinking about ditching them.
Just
I was
sprinted
like,
into
this
the
would be
pitch black
fucked up.
woods in one direction,
Dude,
screaming.
I want to start ditching again.
Ditching's a
When
nice
you were
move.
out, you'd be like, yo, let's ditch this dude. You'd be out like in the woods. with your
Ditching
boys.
people, yes,
Just
bro.
ditch someone. You'd be like,
I
yo,
forgot all about
Dude,
that.
I
And we always used to ditch the same kid, and he would chase us. The second you would ditch him, he would start. He'd have no problem looking, shamelessly searching for you,
It's
Oh,
so
it sucks.
fucked
and
up
being
to
like,
think
"All right, I
about.
found you. What the fuck, guys?"
dude, that is.
No, I like the idea of him ditching the guy in the woods and then kind of fucking with him, like
True.
lingering around, like
And just haunting
wrestling
him.
a bush and then sprinting.
Dude, looking back on it, that was the most fucked up shit. Like I remember we wouldn't want to hang out with one kid, but he would somehow rope us into
Yeah.
it, and we would like pull back up to his house. Like, dude, can you go get that new like fucking Led Zeppelin CD?
Yeah.
He'd be like, oh, it's right on top of my dresser. But yeah, go get that, and then we would just leave.
Yeah, ditch him, dude.
It's so fucked up.
It's crazy. It's
Like
brutal.
looking back on it, it was fucked.
Yeah,
like
getting
imagine
ditched.
doing that now. Like if your friend was like, dude, let's go to dinner,
Now it's
ditch him.
funny.
and you ditched your friend.
Dude, that'd be so
it was
Now
fun.
it's
pre-cell
funny.
phone too, though. So it was now it'd be even
Yeah, you were
harder.
gone. You were off the map.
You were done.
Now it's funny.
You probably, by the time you went to brought it up, you'd forget.
You
You'd
should
be like,
ditch someone, dude. Like
I
ask
might.
them to come to dinner in Fishtown with
Ditch
you,
him.
and then like
Just be like, I have to go to the bathroom.
yeah,
Just
and just
ditch
leave
him.
them at a
Me
restaurant.
and 3 other guys are going to go to the bathroom
Dude,
right
like,
now.
guys, where you at? No answer. Like, sorry, next day, like, sorry, bro, we ditched you.
No, never apologize. Don't talk to him anymore. Like
Sure,
ditch him and
ditch him
stop being his
forever.
friend.
It's a type move.
Yeah, let him wonder forever what he did.
Yeah, like what happened?
What did I say?
Like, nothing. We just wanted
We
to
were
ditch.
fine.
trying to
Oh, we had
ditch
an
him.
idea that we would want. We'd like. So we filmed this sketch in a bar
Mhm.
2 nights ago, and we get there, and the producer looks at me. He's like, "You can have one." While we were waiting, he was like, "You can have one," and I was like, "Why would you talk to me like that?"
But he was like,
What, he
Yeah.
like daddied you?
He dadded me, and I was like, "Well, now I'm gonna have 7, so you know."
oh, that's so fucking
And
funny.
he was like immediately like, "I'm sorry, you're right. I shouldn't have said something like
Who?
that."
What? Did you know the dude?
Yeah, he's the producer on the show.
But like, is he friendly? Is he like?
Yeah, we're friends, but he was like, he always try. He's the producer has to organize the
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Like it's his job to make sure everybody's chilling.
yeah, he
and
did. He was doing, a job.
doing the right thing. But he like telling me to have 1 beer only was
That's
absurd.
very weird.
Yeah.
So then I was like, this would be a sketch. Just film him secretly within the sketch, watching me just get fucking blitzed
Watching him freak
and
out,
ruining a sketch,
It's hilarious.
and just secretly filming him quiet.
making
'Cause
like a meta sketch.
yeah,
That would be so funny.
that would be the
That'd be
best
next
sketch
level, dude.
possible.
That would be.
So I
Like,
think we're gonna do that with somebody.
You might have to start getting into meta sketching within
Yes.
the thing.
so you're
I
gonna
think
start
somebody-
like punking people on like
Yes.
another level.
I think somebody. I
Come
think
on.
the guy could be Phil, which would be very funny.
Dude.
Just get my dad to like be like that. Can you do a
Oh,
sketch?
and get him to talk to him.
No, but have my dad be the guy we're tricking,
Oh,
and have everybody be like, "Shane, are you all right?" And I'll be like, "Yeah, I'm fine."
dude, you should start doing sketches where you like take one actor and then contact him and be like, "This is the state police. Like so and so died."
Yeah.
And just letting it run out.
So we should have
Like the one of his dad died.
on set.
On set.
So have somebody outside call
So have
them.
someone in, like the goofiest costume possible, find out their whole family's dead.
Yeah, dress them up like the Philly fanatic,
Yeah.
and then have somebody call and be like, "Is this so and so?" Yes, your parents were in a horrific car accident. I'm sorry, they passed away.
so
And then
sorry.
watch him take the helmet off and cry with like the
And
feathers
then the
on.
producer be like, "All right, everybody back to set.
Yeah.
We're about to start." And then have
And
them.
just be like, do you have an understudy? Like, we can't not do this today.
yeah,
It's a good idea, dude.
it's a good
Like,
idea.
when's the last time you talked to them?
Talk to who?
Your parents. Like, when's the last time you talked to them?
Yeah, dude, what are you upset about?
And then tell him it's a joke and then continue the
And then
sketch.
say, "All right, back."
Yeah, it's good. It's just a joke.
Be like,
That
"No,
was
we're
a
fucking
separate
around.
sketch.
We're
Yeah.
fucking with you. Dude, we were
Do you get
fucking
people
with
from
you.
like? Do you get people from like the Screen Actors Guild?
No, we got some.
I was gonna say because you
wacky
could get them
bros.
from the Screen Actors Guild and then be like, "That was another sketch. You will be compensated." Now get back
Yeah,
to
they
it.
do sign the fucking thing.
Yeah,
They do sign away all the rights for the day, so you could do whatever you
you
want.
can do whatever you want, dude. That'd be like next level punked.
We had a guy. Never mind. I don't want to trash people, but there's some. It's so funny when these dudes suck at acting, and then you're like, "All right, so read this line," and then they're just like, "Okay, how are you?" And
They
we're
get
just
real
like,
into
"What
it.
the fuck was that accent? Why are you doing that accent?"
I feel like you're subbing me right now.
No,
Damn,
No, I'm kidding.
this is nothing
no,
but meta
it's
slams.
That's
never
the
the
whole-
bros. It's always just an outside
It's
dude.
just like an actor who's like,
Yeah.
"This is my big chance."
yeah,
Yeah.
It's so. That's got to be very funny
and they're all fine. They're all
Yeah,
they're
for
all
sure.
doing great jobs.
for sure. No, that
But-
must be because that's a weird thing to like wing, where it's like, all right, this is how I'm going to say this thing, and people are like, why the fuck would you say it
Yeah.
like that? And you're like, I don't fucking know.
Being
Fucked
an
up.
actor's fucking weird.
It's crazy,
Like making the decision to move out to California, you're like, I'm gonna make it.
bro. I'm not gonna lie. When I done that other one, I'm like, I need to train to become like a well-trained thespian. I was
Acting-
That's probably just the
fun.
drugs,
It's
dude.
so fun. What?
It's the drugs.
What?
Stims.
You
The
think it's
coffee.
the
Yeah.
Stims?
You're
I
drinking
did
coffee
use
and you're
Stims
like,
that day.
I'm heading to
You
Hollywood.
you had coffee and you're like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna start working on this. Acting's not that hard. I did pretty good today.
A lot of actors don't hit it till they're 40 something.
True.
It's true.
I did. I was all
Brad
stimmed
Pitt
up.
wasn't in his first movie till he was 48.
I got time.
That's not true.
Yeah, what the fuck? And he was in an interview with Vampire.
He was like 17
Yeah,
or
he was a
something.
young
He was
boy.
in Thelma and Louise when he was like 19.
fuck. I instantly believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
most people
Dangerfield.
will.
That's the one everybody always goes to.
Dangerfield?
Rodney Dangerfield was a geezer when he became famous
True.
as a comedian.
So was Dice Clay. Supposedly wasn't Dice Clay like he completely made that up one night and then ran with it?
The character.
The character.
Yeah, I think so.
He like was a failing comedian or he's a failing actor. And he like went to an open mic and completely made up this persona. And he became like,
Yeah, as an actor, I hate when people use the term like failing actor. It's like we're just
Yeah,
doing
I'm
the
sorry,
craft.
I
We're doing the
apologize.
craft.
Working.
Yeah, we're
a
just
working
we're doing
actor.
the work. We're
Yeah.
doing the craft.
I'll tell you what, if he made that up, which I believe he did, he is stuck in that fucking bit, dude.
oh, he never gave it up.
Every time I've hung out with him, he's been like, first time I ever met him, I walked in the green room. He did the early show. I did the late show at Helium. So, and he was just hanging in the green room. He didn't leave.
Toll court.
He was like waiting for people to come see him.
And I was next. So his crowd had left.
Who's
My
his
crowd was
crowd
coming
now?
in. He's got a crowd, dude.
But I'm saying, who's
The-
chilling with
The
Andrew?
bros, dude.
Is it?
Are you talking about his inner circle or the bros?
No, I'm
you
saying
see
like
him?
who is he still like in the comedian world? Like very well.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Dude,
he's selling out. isn't he?
He's fucking,
He
he's
was-
Andrew Dice Clay.
He was the funniest fucking dude.
He still is.
Someone texted Brittany today, one of her friends, Italian lady. She was like, "Oh, Matt's a comedian. Does he like Andrew Dice Clay?" And I was like, "Tell her yes, very
Yeah.
much so." Text
First
her back
thing he
right
says-
now and say he's the best.
He walks in, he's like, "Do you know where Vince Papali lives?" And I was like, the guy from Vince, the movie, he's like, "You look like you would know where Vince Papali
Was
lives."
he just fucking
I was
around?
like, all right. And then he starts filming and he starts, I forget what he's,
Oh,
he
was
wasn't
doing a-
fucking around.
He was doing a sick.
He
fucking,
did, remember?
He was
Were
doing
you
like
with
an
me?
Instagram.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Filmed
I'm
like a
telling you, I
video
think
and
he
was
hops
like,
in
"Fuck
the-
you, Bert Kreischer, you piece of shit."
yeah. He started filming.
And then he
Instagram.
like held it to me and he was like, "Say it." And I was
But
like,
I
"No,
think
like
he,
Bert."
I think he hops in the Uber and like calls his wife like, "Yo, this is getting old." Like he's just chilling.
I think he's fully.
He's in.
He's
all
in?
You got a microphone, Gardini.
Oh damn!
You got an
Well,
SM fucking 57.
My fourth grade teacher is his sister, and she's like ashamed. She doesn't tell anybody. The only reason.
Wait,
I
your
know-
fourth grade teacher is Andrew Dice Clay's sister.
Yeah, I don't want to say her last name, but there's like super
Clay?
Jewish. No, it's not Clay.
Dice. Fairlane.
Yeah, Mrs. Dice Clay. Yeah, but it's all an act. They're all. I think it's like a. I forget the Jewish ass last name now, but
Did Jewish people have like a
So
certain
she
Hebrew
doxed
term
him
for
and
that?
said it's all an act.
You could Wikipedia that. I'm sure his
Like,
He's
last
like
name's-
Kid Rock.
yeah.
Kid Rock was a rebel nerd.
Don't you dare talk
Dude,
bad
that's his
about Bob.
boy.
What? My bad.
My
Bob
boy
Richards.
Bobby?
Sorry. Yeah.
Don't talk
Wait,
about
your
Bob.
boys are Kid Rock?
Yes.
All right,
Literally
I take
boys.
that statement back.
What was
Kid
the
Rock
rebel
nerd?
was
Rules.
born in a trailer park. He's
Sure.
a pimp.
Yeah.
I'm not here to besmirch any comedians or actors or
Yeah,
musicians.
dude, Bobby's the fucking man.
Yeah, Bobby does rule.
They sent a picture from that show, like a framed picture,
Yeah.
and the address, the return address said KR on it. That's who Kid Rock. He
Okay.
sent it, and then we got a letter with the thing that was like, it was like a thank you letter and all this.
Wait,
and
so
then
you
it
met
signed-
Kid Rock?
Yeah, and then it was signed to Bobby, And my girlfriend was like, "Oh, well, this would have been cool if it was from Kid Rock. Just throw this out." I was like, "Bobby is Kid Rock.
Bobby Ritchie.
Dude. It's Bobby,
Dude, that must be tight though. Like, Dice Clay, KR, to just invent a fucking character that is so
Kid Rock
sick.
didn't do
Larry
that,
the Cable Guy.
And they just live.
Like,
Like, yeah, this is
Jeff
better.
Foxworthy.
Yeah,
There was me.
I don't know about Foxworthy. I don't think his is much of a persona. Larry the Cable Guy is a complete
Persona.
Really?
Yeah. I
Yes.
think Foxworthy is too, dude.
Yeah,
You
Dan
can't-
Whitney from Connecticut.
Really?
Yeah.
Imagine just inventing a better life for yourself. Like,
Dude, you know who else did that? A lot of those like 70s country dudes. A lot of those guys were just straight up like New York theater kids that were like, I'm a rebel.
You're
Like,
talking about Waylon?
not
I'm talking
Waylon,
about
but like there's a whole bunch like Ramblin' Jack Elliott and those type
Really?
dudes. His dad was like a dentist in Brooklyn or something. What? Don't quote me on this, but I'm saying in that scene.
You're saying like that Brooklyn area
That-
is
no,
like
that
an
outlaw-
epicenter of
Look
shapeshifting.
at fucking Machine Gun Kelly.
True.
He was just like, I'm a rapper from Cleveland. Now he's like, and I will remember.
I think that was him originally.
He
Though.
went emo.
I think
Yeah.
he was emo originally. Then he went to like rap.
He might be my
putting
least
on.
favorite person in the
He's
world.
brutal.
He might be the most
Fucking-
and like
he's
the thing
brutal.
that's nuts is like I don't know anything about him. I've listened to one of his songs because
Yeah.
it was on the radio a lot.
Yeah.
But like just the second I laid eyes on him, I was like,
Yeah, when you see him
it's like this
and
doesn't-
Travis Barker and like
Travis
they're-
Barker doesn't bother me as
No,
much.
Travis Barker's cool, but
What
also
about that wedding, dude? That shit pissed me the fuck off.
What wedding?
Their wedding was sacrilegious as hell.
I didn't see any of this.
Dude,
just
you
the
guys
pictures they're taking with their hot wives and girlfriends is the gayest shit.
Well, do you
of
know
all
they're
time.
drinking each other's blood?
Yeah,
Who him and Megan Fox?
yeah, they drink each other's blood.
Yeah. I did. That was
Wait, what happened to Travis Barker? Who'd Travis Barker marry?
Kardashian. All these dudes
So
like
I don't
just,
see any
all
of
these
this
dudes
stuff.
just crash into Kardashians.
Yeah, I guess so. But Machine Gun Kelly,
He-
he's married to Megan Fox.
Megan Fox. They drink each other's blood
They
every
drink each
morning,
other's
dude.
blood.
And the
That's what's
vampire
up.
community is concerned.
But like none of that bothers me. But him
That
as an
doesn't bother
entity,
you?
what?
Drinking like
I
pisses
read it,
me
I'm
off.
like, I don't care.
that is bullshit.
It
Yeah.
doesn't ring any bells. I'm just like whatever. But like just looking at him bothers me. Like when I first saw him, I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
Dude,
And then-
imagine sitting with the hottest chick ever.
Megan Fox,
Well, like,
She's up there.
She's up.
She's up there.
I'm,
If
If you
not,
were
I'm
in a
saying
room
like
with her, you'd be like, you were the hottest person of
a
all
little
time.
too tall. I'm not too angular and tall for me.
true. I'm
like a more
saying
portly,
like
If you saw her in real life, you would say, I will kill my family for you now.
I would kill my family for anything.
I'll strangle
Yeah, I
my
wouldn't kill
family to
family.
death
I
for
would-
you right
not for
now. I'll
Megan
drink your
Fox.
blood every day.
That's how
I'll
I feel
become
about
emo.
Megan
I love
let's
you.
say with a mega babe, you're rich, and you
Megan
somehow
Fox is hot.
She's hot. She's
Okay.
hot. You're rich, and like, how can you be? Like, how can you be that gay? You know what I'm saying? Like, with the hottest chick, like you're with the hottest chick, go, and you're like, well, I'm just gonna be gay with her.
Well,
It's
that's
like,
his.
dude, just eat her ass and keep it pushing, bro. Don't drink her fucking blood like a weirdo.
I think
I would-
nothing. I think when you hit that, nothing matters.
Yeah.
Maybe
You escape the realm of gay.
I
You're
d-
just in a world of like nothing. What even is gay?
true. I hold
I'm-
it down. Like, do you ever see like state property movies?
Yeah.
I'm just all dog. Anything other than doggy with like you with a t-shirt on and doggy's gay, dude.
I'm like that with Mish.
Those movies are so tight.
Those are sick.
They're always
movies.
on the phone. There's Noriega on the phone. Always, they're all doing doggy style all the time. It's
I'm like that with
what's up,
reverse
dude?
Mish. I only do reverse Mish.
Wait, what?
Reverse Mish.
What's that?
Where you
Like,
put your
I
legs
lay
up.
on my back and I put my legs up, and then my wife does all the work.
I'll be honest. I've seen that on Pornhub and I don't mind it.
Wait, explain this, dude. Is that where she's on top, but she's laying
So
on
like
top of
you
you?
lay down like you're gonna get fucked, and you open your legs,
You put your legs up,
and then your
she
wife
takes
gets
your
on
dong.
top of you, and she kind of does the movements, and you just kind of lay there and like
You get fucked on the
Why do
couch
your
like
legs?
this,
what?
with your penis sticking forward.
Yeah.
That's hetero as hell.
But,
Oh fuck!
but the whole time you're kind of
And she
thinking
goes
about like.
this, and like just.
But the
Yeah.
whole time,
Walks in with her
the whole
vagina?
time, I'm kind of thinking about like if like I need to switch the wash cycle and like who's gonna make the
Oh,
kids
yeah.
lunch.
you get deep
We
into
get
it.
deep into it. We
While
switch
you're
roles.
getting fucked, you're like, I hope this ends. I'm
Yeah,
not
and
attracted
this is
to this.
after her.
I'm not even attracted to this guy
This is
anymore.
after her badgering me all day. That's the only way I can come down.
You're like, fine.
I need to be badgered all day. I need to be like, fine, like
Hurry up.
you have 5 minutes, and then we do reverse mish,
She fucking. Damn, that's so hot.
and then I immediately get up and get on Pinterest.
Just look at fucking
Look at stuff I need.
ladders.
That'd be the craziest fap. Then you
Decorative
fap
fucking
afterwards.
ladders.
Oh, it's crazy.
We should
It's
get a
like-
decorative
it's
ladder.
this, like shit, like
Yeah,
that, like a
just
wreath
design
made out of that
Airbnbs.
shit. Damn, dude.
You know what we should get? A decorative ladder. Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
you
it.
know how much reverse mish you're gonna have to do for that?
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of mesh. I hope you're ready for that.
It's a lot of RM.
Fuck. What time is she?
I don't know.
We're 125. Where we at, Gardini? I felt like 45. I was gonna say. God
now
damn,
we
it
gotta
felt like
do
45.
an ad.
Yes.
Whoa, check this shit out.
What you
Matt
got?
and Shane, yo, look at this fucking ad.
What?
Matt and Shane is sponsored by Mint Mobile.
Yep.
Holy fuck. Mint Mobile offers premium wireless starting at just $15 a month. They're the
What?
first company to sell wireless services online only. Without the cost of running.
How do you get it?
Let
About
me
to find out.
finish. I bet promo code drenched. Without the cost of running retail stores, they pass those sweet savings on to you. So that's great. Boys, tell the folks about the call quality. How have you?
Dude, I haven't fired up yet, but it really is just a SIM card you put in a jailbroken phone. It's like you can have a cell phone for $15 a month,
$15 a month.
and it's like you can have basically like a little burner. I'm gonna get one and start doing prank
Dude, it's
calls. with it.
$15 a month.
15
Cheapest,
a month.
dude. It's crazy.
You
It's
might have
cheap.
got a customer, man.
All plans come with unlimited talk text
Yeah.
plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network.
Between us fellas, that's the team they're talking about. Verizon. They're saying they're using Verizon's backbone. Don't quote me on that, but that's
Okay.
what I've heard. So you basically can get Verizon on a jailbroken iPhone with Mint Mobile by putting.
Can I get Mint Mobile on a flip phone?
Yeah, it's just a SIM.
Fuck
If
yeah.
it takes a SIM, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I
Use
got
your
some.
own phone, plus keep your same phone number and all your existing contacts with any Mint Mobile plan. Switch to Mint
What the
Mobile
fuck?
today.
It's fucked up.
Damn, dude.
But you can get another phone and just burner it out, and then I might start doing prank calls on a Mint Mobile.
I only need one phone.
It's going to be
You
you.
need 2 phones, bro.
Why would I need 2 phones? I don't prank.
One for them hoes, dude.
Yeah, you got your burner.
Fucking Christian family man, dude. It's not for me.
You tell me Megan Fox comes in. You're not.
Or
putting-
look at her. She's a demon. She's a bloodsucker.
You're not putting your family in a van and putting them in neutral and letting them sink into the lake. Just letting it drift into the
Never.
lake and saying
Never.
Megan Fox is
Just
us
to have
now.
reverse mish with Megan Fox? No.
Just reverse mish with Megan Fox.
Dude.
Guys, hold on. To get your
With
new
Machine
wireless
Gun
plan,
Kelly just fucking
Machine Gun would like, be like, "Whoa."
Drinking my blood.
yeah, just like in your blood, dude.
Because tonight you're getting reverse missionary. To get
One day
your-
you're going to meet Machine Gun Kelly and you're going to be like, I'm sorry.
definitely. This happens every single time.
You're going to try to
Chances
explain
are,
it. Yeah.
I'm gonna meet him this week.
Where's he
That's
going to be?
no, I'm just saying that's
Oh, that's
typically
how-
how this has
yeah.
worked.
Kind of tight though, if you think about it, like a sorcerer.
Well, to get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the free plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/drenched. That's mintmobile.com/drenched. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com.
Dude, I'm doing this today.
That's no
drenched.
joke. That's no joke.
That's pretty fucking good.
Right now I have
pretty cool.
Verizon. It sucks.
I'm on a family plan with fucking Brittany, your mom, and her sister. It's like $450 a month.
You pay
They
for
fork.
all of them?
No, they fork. They fork.
Oh, I was going to say.
They fork.
One more. Lucy. Talk about Lucy. What do you like
Classic,
about it?
bro.
How you use it? Favorite flavors? I'm addicted to nicotine and tobacco.
Yeah, I'm not there.
When I'm
yet.
on a plane, I can't dip. When I'm at comedy clubs, I can't dip.
Mhm.
That's when I choose Lucy.
What is it? Just gum?
Yeah, just nicotine.
It gets you buzzed?
Yeah,
Future
it's just
drug.
nicotine.
Future drugs.
I never fucked with nicotine.
Yeah, I wish I hadn't. Now I'm addicted to
You're
it.
addicted to it. It's all
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, it's
Take
one.
the stigma
It's
away
a
from
stim,
addiction,
dude.
bro.
That's what I'm saying. Take the stigma away, dude.
Of the addiction?
Yeah.
I have no shame in being addicted
What's
to
up?
nicotine.
That is very true.
I am a little ashamed of alcohol, but there's nothing I can do about that.
About being addicted to alcohol.
Yeah, I like it.
Do you think you're addicted to alcohol?
No.
Let's focus on nicotine.
No,
right
I
now.
Yeah,
can
let's
probably
finish
go
this.
a
We'll
while
talk about
without it.
I
addiction.
think so.
Patreon will be an addiction special.
Yeah,
Sure.
we can talk addiction. Check out the
obviously
full
on
line of
Stims.
products at lucy.co, lucy.co, and use promo code drenched to checkout. That's lucy.co, and be sure to use that promo code drenched. And if you're a listener from Canada, Lucy is now available at ca.lucy.co. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
True. It'll be good for the Canadians to get like piped up on some nicotine. To
Nicotine's
fight their,
nice, dude.
Despot fucking leader.
They do have a despot.
fucking
They
despotic
have a theater
leader.
kid despot.
We-
They do,
man.
dude.
Blackface theater kid despot.
That's tough.
Multiple blackface.
Yeah, dude.
Non-stop
He's up to like
blackface.
4.
He said he lost count,
Yeah. That's nuts.
and he's gonna try to use that theater kid excuse. It's like, no way. dude.
yeah, dude. No.
No fucking way.
Not in my world. I mean, not in my book, man.
Not my
One
book.
time's too many.
Look, I like to have fun just like the next
Yeah.
guy, but that's where I personally draw the line.
Man, we got lucky. We could have easily done blackface.
I never would have.
We were close.
I did blue face once.
What's
I was
blue
a Smurf for Halloween.
You were edging.
I was edgy. It's very dark blue, and I got really hot because it was just like shitty, like drugstore paint.
Oh, it
I
sucks.
don't think
man.
my body sweat for like 12 hours, and I drank a bunch.
Someone could Photoshop you in a real bad way. If there's
It's
a picture,
true,
of it.
dude.
Someone
That's
could
very
fucking
true. Well, I had a
hit
little
that
hat
color wheel
on.
is a little bit that way.
I had like white sweatpants and a little hat.
Ah,
no
your story
shirt on.
checks out. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was Smurf.
I feel like I saw kids do blackface.
I one time it was not racially motivated, but my roommate was drunk and I colored in a large portion of his face with a black magic marker.
That's fun.
Yeah.
But it wasn't racial. It was like I was like, I'm gonna color his entire face, but I got to like here, so I gave him like Braveheart face. Basically.
That's pretty. You have Man Without a Face.
Yeah,
Phenomenal Mel Gibson movie.
I never seen him. He's a great actor too.
Mel?
Mel?
Yeah, he's fucking great.
Fantastic. Just from an actor.
Who's
to
your
actor.
favorite actor?
Mine?
Yeah.
Himself.
No Mel.
Yeah, I like
Mel's
to say,
out. Who's your favorite?
No, I'm saying himself.
Who is my
Oh, yeah,
favorite
sure.
actor?
You should have seen him, dude.
Bro,
You should have seen Matt.
I do. I
No, no.
fucking stink.
No, you did very,
probably
very
phenomenal.
well.
Such an uncomfortable. The whole time in my head is just like, dude, you're ruining this. I'm picturing you guys in the other room being like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah,
What
no,
the fuck is this guy doing?
no,
We have to change the whole thing now. He's fucked.
no. You did so good.
It's my internal dialogue.
How many sketches were you in? One out of
We filmed 7,
not bad. That's a good.
but
percentage.
he was in a most.
You
he was-
dominated one.
Yes,
No way.
he was half of one sketch,
Yeah.
Nice.
which so far that's no one else is really that.
That was
Gerben's
Gerben's a
a
fantastic
co-star
thespian.
for sure.
Gerben is a fantastic thespian.
We have one sketch. I cannot wait to see.
I envy McKeever.
McKeever's the best actor, but he likes being behind the camera.
It's crazy.
He's the best actor by far out of all of us.
He's outgrown the stage.
Yeah. He
So-
outgrew stand up. He was just like, done.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm done.
So he just acts now.
No, he just directs
Oh,
and writes.
Dude,
he writes
dir-
all these. Dude, I'll give him,
directing-
some of these are just me like one line being like, isn't this funny? And then he'll come up with,
he just does
he
the
could,
rest.
and he wrote
It's fucked
these
up.
quick.
It's fucked up.
He'll write a sketch with like, and then like a hook ending.
Was he a real funny dude?
Yes.
Yes.
I never met him.
Very funny stand-up comedian.
Off stage, off camera.
Not
He's
as funny?
you wouldn't, if you were in conversation with him, he's just a nice person.
He's not like a.
He wouldn't be like fucking around.
Yeah.
But yes, if you saw him act and give
Dude, you
lines
know, I
and
think's
shit.
the funniest stand-up. Butterly.
Butterly.
Butterly's
I
funny,
went
bro.
with
He's
Hoss
wild.
down to Baltimore.
yeah.
His stand-up was fucking
Yeah.
wildly funny.
Yeah, he's a funny bro. Butterly is a
I got
sleeper
like Hoss
And he
called me.
stopped, and he got better from stopping.
He just makes up new stuff. He tries to make up new stuff every time.
yeah,
And he's just
We
like,
were in
hopefully
some
they
like
this.
weird brew pub in Baltimore, in like the outskirts of Baltimore, and Hoss was like, "Yo, come to Baltimore."
I heard Hoss was a menace.
Hoss was a menace that night. I'm not
Give
gonna
me the full
dox him, dude.
breakdown of Hoss on this.
I can't. That's too much of a story.
It's too much of a dump.
Shot out Hoss.
Yeah, Hoss,
You know what you
Hoss
did
was out
that
of pocket,
night,
dude.
He was out of
Fully
line
out of
that
pocket.
night.
Was he doing push-ups?
Yeah.
He was fucking.
Hoss had a couple cups of
into
coffee
it.
in his system.
Hoss had a couple pops,
couple pops, couple cups of coffee.
but
Broke
yeah.
his personal squat record outside his parking lot.
I'm not here to talk about Hoss.
Chill,
Anyway,
chill, chill.
Point of my story is Butterly's stand-up was phenomenal.
Butterly is
It
very
was
good.
funny as fuck.
Very funny, bro. He's
I
one of the
haven't-
funniest off the cuff dudes in the world. He's just talking. It's like Jesus fucking Christ, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
trying research chems with. He's also very.
That'd
funny.
be nice. Yeah.
he'll try some research.
He does.
camps.
We do. It's our
Oh,
hobby.
he's
He's heavy into research right now.
That's me and Butterly. We're
All
You
you
guys are
scientists
research-
are
Yeah, he's a
researching
citizen
very
scientist
hard.
as well.
What's the end goal? What do you guys think you're going to unlock?
just knowledge.
secrets of the universe.
I think
bro.
you're going to lose your knowledge.
No, it's impossible. You can only gain more knowledge. You can't lose
I
knowledge.
think you guys keep searching for this knowledge. You're gonna lose.
We're
it.
more searching for direct experience, so you can't lose
True.
because everything's an experience, positive or negative.
What if you experience it and can't process it? So
Then that's just
Then
the
did it
experience.
There's a term for that.
Then it's ineffable.
Robert Monroe, I forget what the term is, but when there was a guy who was traveling out of his body and wrote like a bunch of books about what he was seeing. There's entities that'll give you like a just humongous ball of information that you're like, what the fuck is that? And they're like, just give it a couple of years, it'll unravel.
Yeah,
for you.
I've met that guy a lot.
There's- What?
That entity gives you too much information
Yeah,
to
dude.
process in one sitting.
Oh yeah,
You slowly chip away. It's like a big piece of wood.
do you think it's possible that it's just a part of your brain that feels like you're getting a lot of information that's being triggered
It's totally
by these
possible.
drugs?
Anything's possible.
That it's not really an entity that's like, I have all the knowledge.
Oh, definitely.
You're
It's
not ready
100%
for it.
possible.
It's just a piece
possible.
of your brain going like, that's the part that makes you feel like you're receiving a lot of information.
Yeah,
Even
but
if it
dude,
is, dude. I mean, it's no different than
my
watching
thing
a
is
movie.
the
it
fact
doesn't
that-
make a difference.
the
Yeah.
fact that my brain could construct a DMT visual setup, like the room I was in, is like, what? I mean, you do this while you're dreaming.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the goddess
It's
is
just
dreaming
kicks, dude.
visits you.
You got to get kicked somehow.
True.
Yeah, I get kicks.
So.
Yeah. I mean,
But-
before all
Well, yeah, it
dudes
could
had.
just be in your head. Who knows? But at the
It's
end of the
definitely
day,
just in your head.
Yeah, but you don't know though.
yeah. But what I'm saying is, everything's just in your head. Nothing's not
sure.
in your head.
Although,
So, like, if you can walk away
Certainly.
with something,
I'm getting triggered.
but no, what I'm saying is like if you can
Certainly.
walk away with something beneficial,
That's stemmed up. He's gonna be like,
He's
shut the
stemmed.
fuck up, dude.
I mean, you
Fuck
can
you, dude.
you can walk away with
Entities are
something.
real.
What I'm saying is like if you walk away with something beneficial, it's good. Same thing with alcohol. You can alcohol can give you beneficial
True.
You can have some
realization.
really good
I had a
nights.
mystical experience on alcohol.
You
the
can
other
have
night
mystical
at the Barstool
experiences
Bar.
with Bud Light.
Yeah.
You know, like let's say you haven't talked to your cousin for a long time. You guys go have a good time. You catch up, drink some
Beautiful.
Bud Lights. Everything's blissful. So it's all
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
At the end of the
True.
day, not one thing's better than another.
No, I don't think anything's better than another thing.
It's just different kicks for
But-
different hicks, you know?
I'm aware. Like, so let's say I get done with the show.
Yeah,
I've got the perfect amount of Bud Lights.
Perfect.
Had a good show.
for sure.
I have 8 draft Bud Lights.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And I walk back to the hotel listening to cool music.
That's called the
I get
pursuit
into
of
the hotel.
happiness.
I dance by myself in
Yes.
the hotel.
A little weird.
Put
That's
together
cool.
a cool playlist. No, it's not weird.
Machine
It's
Gun
fun.
Kelly probably danced by himself.
No.
That's an
Don't
that's
you dare.
PA.
Don't
That's
you
a PA.
dare.
Sorry.
Don't you
Ed,
dare.
you don't know
I'm
well.
sorry.
That's fucked up.
I'm sorry. I've
But-
danced by myself
But
too.
then
I'm
when I
sorry.
wake up the next
It's
day,
an
I
OL.
go, damn, that Bud Light made me feel that way. It wasn't entities from a different dimension.
Yeah, that's just a different molecule.
Yeah, it's a different. Exactly.
So
Yeah,
it's
but I
like,
don't believe there was a spirit in the room. The spirit of Bud Light was not in the room. The Blue Knight was not in the room.
yeah.
you don't
yeah, but
see
it's
the Blue
a
Knight.
different. It's not a
It's a
mind.
different
It's not a
thing.
mind expanding substance.
That's like saying I took a downer and it didn't make me stay awake. You know,
Yeah.
things do different things.
No, I know, but I'm saying
It's like saying I have an axe and I couldn't dig a hole with it.
yeah,
no,
beer
but
is
I'm saying
perfectly
the
earthbound.
reality. I know that it was the alcohol, not reality.
That's
But
fair.
it was reality because that was your reality
It
at
was
the
my
time with the
personal
alcohol.
reality, but
yes.
you have to try to have an understanding of reality.
Yeah, but that's
So, like-
impossible
true.
because it's always changing. And your reality is only your direct experience.
This is true, bro. There's things
So like
I
if
agree
you
with
eat
that.
a ton of mushrooms and you see these entities and stuff, that was your reality for that time.
Yes.
Whether or not it was quote unquote as real as like this
Real.
coffee table,
sure.
that's you're talking about different levels of reality.
Yeah, dude. It's,
So if you have the memory and it is there, it's as real as a dream.
yeah,
And dreams are
consciousness
real.
is built into the universe. So there could be consciousnesses floating about in different areas of the universe. So like the Big Bang shoots out, and we're flying through space,
Or
and
Adam and
eventually space time's curved, obviously. So we're just coming right back. But within the descent and the return, there's trapped ProtoSpace, which would just be like the infinitely dense, the stuff the Big Bang molecules
Trapped
build.
proto-
He's reading this
space.
off his phone.
No, I'm not. Dude, I'm telling you.
What's trapped protospace?
So it's like it's the absolute abyss. There's like, they're saying there's the void. So there's nothing, and that nothingness is infinitely condensed. That's what the Big Bang explodes out of. It just gets so condensed, it goes pff, and explodes in a space time light matter, flies through, and then returns to itself through a black hole. Then the white hole shoots out of it. But there's just our
So the Blue Knight's real.
Who is the Blue Knight?
for sure.
This is the Bud Light Blue Knight.
Oh yeah, okay,
Well, sure.
dilly dilly.
He
Yeah,
shows
yeah.
up and he's like, dilly dilly, and I'm like, hey,
You're not dancing
can.
alone. You're not dancing alone, dude.
If you drank enough, you could see things.
Yeah, you can.
So have you ever gotten to that point?
No.
And
You
I
should.
also,
You
I
should
would
shoot for it.
You should never. If someone's dancing, like, dude, in terms of shamanic protocol, that's something you ask someone. When did you stop dancing?
That's
when
true.
Did you stop
That's
singing?
true. I apologized immediately. Just like the Kid Rock comments, I am flying off the cuff a little. I apologize.
You're having a good time.
Having a good time.
You're giving dudes a razz.
You're having fun.
I'm
you're on
just
the
razzing,
mic.
yeah, I'm
you're,
on the
you're
mic.
McCusker. You're on the mic. You're
Yeah,
in front
I'm
of the
just
camera.
fucking
You're going to
shooting
be
shit.
turning it on a
You
little.
give it dudes a razz.
Turn on.
I mean,
Usually, I wouldn't badmouth Kid Rock alone.
You guys are like scientists that are also like, you like Neil deGrasse Tyson.
We're like Bill Nye.
You're like Bill Nye. You're like, we're scientists, but we're also in it for
you
the
couldn't
glory.
be too right. You couldn't be.
You-
couldn't
I
be
mean,
more
yeah,
right.
I'll
You couldn't
take
be
We're
that
in it
one.
for the glory a little bit.
That's one thing I felt.
If that's the reality you see for me, then I can't argue with that.
a showman scientist, I can't deny that.
I can't deny it. My ultimate goal, if you gave me enough money, I'd probably be like, okay, I'll be a showman scientist
That's a fucking sick gig.
with research chemicals.
Yes.
True.
I wouldn't do the core. I wouldn't sit there and worry about space and time. I'd be like, here's what happens
See
when
what
you
you
eat.
see you attacked me?
Yes.
No, I'm just saying
PA.
that's Matt's bag. That's cool.
You
But
called
like,
it corny, did you not?
I didn't call it corny.
I envy Matt's ability to be like, I got that. Like space and time. Like I can.
I mean, dude, if you saw
I
the
understand
diagram,
it.
if you saw the diagram I saw, what I was trying to say is we're coming here, we're going through here, but there's layers of protospace that separate material realities. It's just different dimensions. We can't get through the protospace. It's pure nothingness.
I know, but
it's
I don't understand
nothingness.
anything you're saying.
It's nothingness, but it's also infinite potential.
Yeah.
That's it. They say that little dense little pinprick the Big
Yeah.
Bang exploded out of. It's like, brother, I hate to tell you, there's a whole sea of that stuff. It's called the ground of reality. We all come from it. We all return to it. And then the whole thing
true.
happens again. I hate to break it to you.
I'm
And
following
the
what
whole
you
thing
said.
happens again. I had that theory. I've heard that.
Yeah, it's just cyclical, dude. As above, so below.
Maybe.
We die, the universe gets sucked into a black hole, stuff comes back, flowers bloom. We're flying right through this thing, dude. We'll pop right back up.
And we'll
Maybe.
do this all
It's
again.
no big deal,
Yeah,
dude.
it's not a big deal at all.
Chill out, everybody.
You can
It's
drink as
no
much Bud
big
Light as you
deal.
want, dude.
I'm not worried about the Bud Lights.
I'm not either.
I'm chilling with them.
I'm worried about my coffee.
It's what the Bud Lights lead to. So
True.
you gotta watch out.
Well, you need the
Yeah.
Blue Knight looking over you.
Blue
dude.
Knight, he grabs my shoulder. I'll be like, yeah, maybe I should do a line. And he's like, no, man, that's not cool.
Dude, she's fat as hell. Just fucking blocks you with a shield. Dude, come on, man. She's not thick. She's actually just purely, she's fat as hell. Just shields you away.
Remember that night,
No,
the
she
Blue
just
Knight?
has fat
Yeah,
titties.
never mind.
What?
The Blue Knight.
Do you
when we were
strictly
at that-
drink Bud Light or do you fuck with like hard alcohol too?
I try not. I really don't drink liquor.
Yeah.
I try not to.
I haven't drank liquor.
I really
in
don't
so
drink
long.
IPAs either. I just try to drink Bud Light or any
good,
light beer.
It's
That
what
way you
works
don't
for you,
fucking
dude.
black out.
You talking about? Yeah, never. I'll leave it.
What, the time we were in
We could have
Maryland?
used the Blue Knight,
The
dude.
Blue Knight should have defended me. One time we were doing a show in Maryland, and this girl, this big unit, got a hold of me. And she
Took you back to her nest, which is an apartment
No,
complex.
I was going to. No. Wait, when was that? That was a different one.
What?
Yeah, this is a dangerous conversation.
You're in Maryland.
This was like fucking 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's way back in the day.
I mean, definitely. But this, I was in like the bathroom line where at the bar, and she came back. We smooched for a second, then she gave me an over the pants hand
Yes,
job.
I'm talking about the
Yeah,
same
there
night.
was no
Completion?
apartment complex. We left from that bar
To
and
completion?
walked out to the car.
Someone else was in that apartment complex.
Did you coom in your
Smooching
pants?
with-
No, I didn't crumb.
Ah.
But
I
we
think
got
someone
outside,
I think someone felt boobs
and I was
in the
just
parking
joking
complex.
around. And I was like, "You guys, where the fuck are you guys? You let me get a fucking over the pants hand job for that fat bitch?" And we turned around, she was right behind us.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it was. I felt terrible. The Blue Knight should have guided me, and he did
Yeah,
not.
he should have stepped in.
But that was before I was Blue Knighted out. I was
True.
probably on liquor, and
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
I was on the demon rum.
Stims.
Oh man,
I gotta figure out what you're talking about. When did I go
that
to
was
an
the same night.
apartment
That was the
complex?
same night. I'm pretty sure we had to go pick you up from an apartment complex.
We left the bar and went to a fucking Waffle House, and then drove back to Philly.
Then there was another time.
Who was driving?
Mackie
Yeah, maybe.
or Blizz? Blizz.
That was the I remember that place.
That was in Rising Sun, Maryland.
Yeah,
Who
Rising
was-
Scum.
Hold on, we gotta figure out this apartment complex. Somebody
I'm
picked me
telling
up
you,
from.
bro. Like, there was someone fell in love. Maybe someone else. We went and picked someone up from like a fat lady apartment complex.
Oh,
Yeah.
like an apartment complex only for fat ladies?
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
they
what
have
apartment
housing.
complexes are.
They have housing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like where they're like they have like long, tall steps, and they're all yeah. It's
Yeah, and
fat
then there's
lady.
just a bus stop of
And
dudes.
someone
like,
was holed up there?
It's like share space for fat ladies. Yeah,
That's what's up.
it's like a WeWork for fat ladies.
I'm fairly certain that was not me.
I don't think
I'm
it
not
was.
saying it's outside
Wait
the
a
realm, but
minute.
I don't remember being picked up from an apartment complex with you.
Might be another false memory. This might be you.
I might have false memory. I
Yeah.
mean, I've definitely done this 100 times.
Yeah, I've done it. I've
Yeah,
done it.
yeah.
I
you just
woke
can't
up
remember.
above the CVS one time in like Prospect Park, blacked out with a lady. And I was like,
You're like, oh, fuck.
she was like, I caught my
See, that's
husband
what I'm
sucking
saying, like,
some guy's dick. And
You're
I was
saying we
like,
could
what
lose
the fuck?
knowledge trying these research chemicals. I think alcohol is way more dangerous.
Ooh.
Oh, for sure.
But
Good
I have
point.
no problems with
For
it.
sure. But
I
I'm not
just-
out here saying I'm seeking knowledge.
I didn't say I was seeking knowledge. You put that on me.
I'm
I said
seeking knowledge.
kicks.
You can definitely.
No, you changed it to
You can
kicks.
definitely.
I never once said
He's
seeking
kicks
knowledge.
on knowledge. You
Oh,
can
no, I did.
definitely.
No, you're right. You're right. Roll the tape back. I did say that.
Thank you.
I apologize.
Fair.
I rest my case. Looks like my memory's not that bad. Guess it's not that bad, doper.
So wait, I take it back. I'm doing both. Anyway,
You might have swapped your timelines.
I might have swapped timelines. Sorry. I might have gotten lost
The
in
fact that you
ProtoSpace.
fucking dickheads have graduated into like reality's not real. To
I
win
never said
arguments
reality
is
wasn't real. I
such
said
bullshit,
reality is
dude.
only your direct
You
experience.
guys were
I mean-
dickheads forever, your whole lives.
What?
And now you've graduated into like, we're Doctor Strange. We're like, oh, you think you pinned me down? Yeah, guess what, brother? You're thinking ProtoSpace. It's like, dude, what the fuck are we talking about?
Got to see the diagram.
Yeah, he probably drew
I
it
saw
up.
one diagram was like,
He memorized
dude,
it.
in the universe. I understand.
It makes it's one possible theory.
Yeah, of course.
That's all. It's one
Yeah.
possible theory.
It is a theory. I took a class on astronomy, and this guy was explaining that theory.
It could be
I
holographic.
forget what it's called.
It could be
Rubber
holographic.
band universe theory, some bullshit.
At the
Yeah.
end of the day, they're all theories.
Exactly.
String,
No
you
one
know about the
knows.
string theory?
Not string theory.
Hmm.
It's the one where the universe is expanding and blowing up the exact same
Oh, it's
way
floating and
every single
contracting.
time. So you're going to live this life for eternity.
I mean, day and
It's
night
just
are
always going to repeat.
day and night are, you know, it's not like it's just a thing because of the way the celestial bodies move.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
that's what I'm saying.
we think it's a real thing. It's a real thing, but also like kind of not.
What are you talking
Like if you were in a
about?
shadow, we're just like living in a
They
shadow.
figured, cavemen figured this out. What are you
dude.
talking about?
Like
I'll
a
give it to
year.
you. He's
Hold on.
very good at debating. 'Cause the secret to debating is you just constantly keep saying stuff, and people
Yeah. Oh,
you
Matt's
gas people out.
unstoppable.
I do this to my wife. Like I'll gas her out. Like I'll be like, yeah, and
You
I'll
can
just-
put
I stopped debating a long time ago.
You can
Yeah.
redline a babe.
you just
real
keep
quick.
going.
You can, if you follow the podcast, there was like a 1 year period where we transitioned from when we were together, open mic, and then Matt went to theories for a year, and I tried to debate.
I remember this. This was like early podcast.
Yes, I tried.
How long
to
have you been
debate.
doing this
I've
podcast?
given it up. 6, 7 years.
That's insane.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty nuts.
it's nice, dude. I get
So if
to
you do
talk to
another
him.
7, I'll be
I get
dead.
to talk to him for an hour, 2 hours every week. It's fucking sick.
That is. I remember when you
It's
guys
fun.
started, I had no idea what a podcast was.
Yeah,
And Matt was like, I'm going to do a podcast. And I was just nodding. Like
I was painting with Spud. He was like, "Dude,
I thought
you're
it was
an
like something you
idiot. Never
download
make
on your
money."
iPod or something.
It's like that's the
Spud
dumbest thing
said
ever.
that?
Yeah, he's like, nobody gets money for that. I was like, there's a podcast called Come Town, and they make a lot of
They
money.
make a lot of money.
Now he's the
And
king
we-
podcaster.
Spud's KOP,
Spud?
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I think Spud's the greatest in the podcast.
He's
game.
KOP.
He hit a solo cast in the beginning of War Mode. That
Dude.
was
It was nice. I heard a little bit of it.
bro. It was one of the. I wish they had video for that because he's
it's-
literally like this with his hand, and then I'll say something, and be like, look at you, and you're like, holy shit, dude.
Yeah,
If anyone in the world could do one, I mean, obviously you two, you're an actor and a solo podcaster, could do a solo podcaster, it's Andrew.
I know.
But
He's
he would
denying
never
his
do
true
it.
nature. He's denying his true nature.
Yeah,
Billy's nice to have on his podcast. It's a nice
Billy's a
balance.
color commentator, bro.
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe one of the best
One of the best what?
color commentators.
What's a color commentator?
You're just bullshit.
Yeah, Matt, you're more the play-by-play on this. I'm more color commentator.
For sure. Color commentator.
I didn't know
like,
the
oh
structure.
shit. Like someone being like, so if you're watching like Joe Rogan's a color commentator. If you're watching UFC, it's like they got him in an underhook and you would just be off the cuff, just
A
bullshit.
color
Is that what it means?
commentator is like, so you're watching base like hockey.
Yeah.
Like he passes to this guy. That's the play-by-play.
And then the other
He's
guy's
explaining
like,
it, and the other guy's like, "Here, now let me tell you what he did here. What he
Okay,
did was
okay.
he fucking that."
this is cool. I'm learning a lot about broadcasting down here.
Oh yeah.
And reality
And reality.
and alcoholism.
Speaking of alcoholism, let's switch over to the Patreon
True.
Alright.
so that we can really delve into addiction. Please join the Patreon so we can continue to fuel our addictions.
The Wild Wild West.
We're live. Jared Clickstein, what the fuck's up, dude?
Thank you for having me. Total honor.
Dude, thanks for coming to do this.
Yeah, of course.
I was hyping your book up on the Patreon too. I
I
never
know,
really
I
talked
know.
about it on the regular one. I don't think,
No, I appreciate it. It like
What a
it
book.
changed everything. Yeah.
dude. That shit was unbelievable.
Thank you.
Glad you're alive. I'm glad you sent me the thing, and I'm like, all right. I started I read a sample chapter, and I'm like, oh, this is fucking. I've always wanted. For people who don't know, you basically lived for a period on Skid Row.
Yeah.
And that's not the whole story is like, how you got there, how you started off, blah, blah, blah. But Jesus Christ, for my like perverted voyeuristic brain, I was like, I can actually like get some boots on the ground account of that. Because you just drive by it and you're like, Jesus Christ. So that for
Yeah.
me was very satisfying, which, you know,
Yeah.
I'm sure it's like, thanks, dickhead. But it's like, I really was always curious what that was like.
Well, everyone's curious. I mean, everyone sees Skid Row. Everyone sees these homeless junkies, and like one finally made it out and is like can read words and write words and stuff.
That's a big one. That's a big
so-
one. That's a big one.
So I wrote it, and I try to make it funny because a lot of people write these like drug memoirs, and they're really, like Hunter Biden's memoir is probably not funny.
No.
And I
Unless you're
I-
against the Bidens and you're like, ha ha.
Well, of course, yeah.
Actually, he does a good job at swaying people. I'm like, yeah, Joe Biden is a good fucking.
Yeah.
Maybe he is. I don't fucking know.
Maybe he is.
But
Maybe
it wasn't.
Hunter is.
Yeah, it wasn't funny. Hunter's was not.
Oh,
Really
you
that
read
funny.
it?
Yeah, I read Hunter's. Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
on a big autobiography kick, man. I read them
Yeah.
all. Although I feel like, and forgive me, but I think there could have been aspects of his that might have been politically pressured to kind of like paint a certain light.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure he didn't write it either.
That's another big one. That's another big one.
Yeah, so I wrote it, and
Although
listen,
he was pretty productive, man. He,
Yeah.
he was blasting. He was just ripping crack. He could have just.
he could have, yeah.
On a,
What's crazy is I was just in Boston, and I like went through all my personal stuff, and I found all my dad's shit because my dad was a crackhead, and I got taken away when I was 12, and then he just went like full Hunter Biden. He got these camcorders, and I have like 20 hours of footage. Yeah. No dicks or anything, or
Okay.
not yet. I've only watched like 2 hours.
What's
of
his
it.
footage? So it's non-sex tapes. It's just
No,
him.
it's like him and my mom like smoking crack and like being paranoid and like him doing drug deals and like setting up the camera on his like
Why
little
was he
Ford
setting up the
Taurus
cam?
because he's paranoid.
True.
And it's
yeah.
like him like filming his closet and he's like the CIA has like summoned a demon to live in my closet. It's like really crazy.
How many
shit.
hours of this footage do you have?
I have like 20 tapes. Yeah.
Damn.
So that'll probably be the subject of like the next book or like a documentary.
Yeah, I was about to say that would be a wild doc.
Yeah.
Damn, maybe he was just reviewing the tapes, trying to get better at drug dealing, being like, I could have been a little more careful right there in that parking lot. I could have.
Well, I think he was just really paranoid and was filming everything. And I think crack does make you voyeuristic, or it makes you start filming for some reason. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, but this is like 2001, like with a camcorder.
I could see that. If you wake up and you're like, damn, last night was a movie, dude. I
Yeah.
got to record the next one.
And he's like learning how to edit. It was like editing on the camera, like doing swipes and stuff. So it's like him smoking crack, and then there's just like a swipe of a picture of a crack pipe. He's like doing like iMovie shit from 2001.
So you're going to go through all that footage.
I'm gonna go through all. Yeah, I went through like 2 hours of it already.
Damn, what was
Yeah.
that like? That must have been kind of charged.
I mean, I know I'm laughing, and I know this is a comedy podcast, but yeah, it's dark.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
fucking dark.
Yeah, man.
But,
oh my God. Yeah, that
yeah.
would, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Did you submit for America's Funny Some Videos yet?
I mean,
And your dad passed recently?
my dad passed. Yeah.
Sorry to
Not
hear
from
that.
crack. Yeah.
Yeah.
He cleaned up. Yeah.
Yeah.
But thank you. Yeah.
Damn.
R.I.P. So this is a weird way to be introduced to my dad, but
Yeah.
and I
that's-
hope there's no dicks or any like. I'm just praying that there's no like sexual stuff. But
Yeah, you can blur.
he wasn't like that.
You can blur him for the doc.
Yeah.
that would be pretty rugged, dude.
Yeah.
It's also I don't know. There is something heart. Because it's your parents, it's your dad. So there's something like
Yeah.
heartwarming about watching it. But it's
Yeah.
utterly twisted.
Well,
Yeah,
what's
that
really
much-
fucked up is like I remember them on drugs. So
Yeah.
seeing them on drugs is like heartwarming,
Yeah,
which
that
is
makes
fucked
sense.
up.
Yeah, it's really fucked up.
But it's good footage.
That would be a pretty stellar doc.
Yeah, HBO, if you're listening,
Yeah, and if there's any part of you that's like, is it right? It's like, dude, I always say yes.
Yeah.
They owe it to you.
Yeah.
If he recorded the crack footage, don't waste it. Be like, should I
Yeah.
really put them out there like that? I would say yes. Not in a bad way, but it's
No,
like
no,
it's,
they're
it's,
like-
it's
they're
your
like-
story to tell.
Yeah, exactly.
If I was
It's-
doing that and my kids had all that footage, I'd be like, yeah, dude, fuck
Yeah.
it. You can do anything with this, please.
No, and it shows them in like a pretty good light. I mean, they're good. They were good people,
Yeah.
So like they're like having conversations and talking about cool shit and like dragons living in the closet and all that. So, so it is funny. It is dark, but unfortunately, that's all the footage I have of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
to be fair, most people don't have any. I have no videos really of my parents, so.
I know you don't really think about that. So fortunately, they were crackheads and got really into camcorders.
That's pretty sick, dude.
Yeah.
I might
Yeah.
hire a full-time camera crew of my parents now. Catch their just catch their remaining year, just turn their whole life into a reality show against their will.
Yeah. No, I filmed my dad like right before he died. He like told a story because he did Yo-Yo Ma's kitchen and like all his finished carpentry or like finished cabinetry and all that. And he was like stealing Oxycontin from Yo-Yo Ma.
Who's your ma?
He was a celloist.
Yeah. Who was on Oxys?
I think he like is a legitimate guy that got like a back
Yeah,
surgery or something.
I believe that.
But my dad did not, he was just stealing it.
Doing his kitchen. He hit
Yeah.
the
So he
pantry,
told
yeah.
the story. It was pretty funny.
That's really funny, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
How'd the kitchen turn out?
Really good. My dad was a great carpenter. He did John Kerry's desk and office, and John Kerry tried to not pay him.
What?
Yeah,
Senator John Kerry?
Senator John Kerry has it. Yeah, apparently he had an issue with paying people.
What?
Yeah, they wrote about it in the Boston Globe. Yeah.
Damn. I never heard. You heard it here first, dude. I never. Well, Boston Globe broke the story, but heard it here second, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So he tried to stiff. How much did he try to stiff your dad for?
Oh, I don't know how much, but my dad went. You know, he was like a senator in Boston, and then I guess he went to D.C. at some point, and my dad went down to D.C. and like did his office down there.
Got you.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Thanks, dickhead."
Yeah.
Oh, that's brutal, dude.
Yeah.
That sucks. So that was like your whole start was just you grew up just it was kind of nuts, or like I remember you described it as like it was nuts, but as a little kid you would just watch your parents just kind of off the rails and be like, "Man, they're just they're a little stressed." Like you eventually learned. It was a funny part of that book was like I thought they were smoking weed, and I was like, "Holy shit, dude!"
Well, that's what's cool about the like the tapes that I have, because my dad would make his own crack pipes, and they look like little like bongs, you know. So I would just find these bongs, and I just thought my parents were smoking weed.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because I saw Half Baked came out, and I was like, oh, my parents are just, you know, they just weigh 90 pounds and they smoke weed.
They must not be getting the munchies enough. Yeah, that is pretty. There was parts of that book literally I would just start crying. I brought it to Denver with me. I read it I started reading it on the plane. I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's so like engrossing.
Yeah.
You get so engrossed in it, and then I would get back from shows and just read it for like hours, and I ripped through it in like pretty much a weekend.
Yeah. Well, thank you, man. I mean, I'm not like, obviously I've like have holes in my brain, and I've like killed a lot of brain cells. So it's an easy read. You know, I'm not Shakespeare or anything, but but I appreciate
no old English in there at all.
No old
English. Yeah, it's relieving. Yeah.
But I'm sure you get hit up by a lot of people with like, here's a picture I drew or whatever. Here's a book I wrote. You know, thank you for reading it.
Dude, it was awesome. It was genuinely really and then and you've been on Fox, I think, a couple times, or maybe what else? You've been on the news.
Yeah.
And you're like giving like the takes on like homelessness, which I thought that was kind of cool too. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Because you came out of that. I'm sure people would love to have you like, see, we need more funds. And you're like, actually.
Well, Fox loves me because if any opportunity to shit on California, like they'll take you on. So they took me on like immediately. And I'm like pretty apolitical, but and everyone was like, don't go on Fox. Like, it's going to fuck your life up. Fuck Fox and all that. And I was like, no, I'm going to go on Fox.
Yeah, why
and
not?
I did it, and it got me a book deal. And it actually reunited me with my aunt and uncle.
That's pretty cool.
Because they thought I was just still a crackhead.
What?
You know, at like
That must
5
be
years
nuts.
sober. So they saw me on the news.
I saw you on the Winners Network, obviously.
Yeah.
Fox. Like, damn, dude, he's fucking winning right now.
Yeah. Well, they don't, actually, they're kind of like, they don't like Fox. But like a relative was like, yo, Jared's on Fox. And they saw me, and they're like, oh shit, he's probably not smoking crack.
Yeah, they have to watch it and be like, huh.
Yeah.
This is pretty good. I mean, it is that was a cool thing you did in the book where it's like, you know, here's my story. And then it's like, by the way, and I think you did this pretty good where it wasn't like, because you could have like went full court press, like, here's my takes on policy, blah, blah, blah. It would just get like tossed in, peppered in. You'd be like, yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Your whole idea is that like, definitely we should help homeless people, but like, let's kind of build accountability in there. If you're just kind of like putting people up for free or just like showering people in resources and not dealing with the inner issue, you're killing them because they're just going to keep getting high and die.
Yeah, it's like a house is burning down, and like instead of spraying it with water, you're like, here's like medicine to like deal with your burns.
Yeah,
you know, like we have to kind of address the key, like the foundational issue of addiction. And listen, there's a lot of homeless people that aren't addicted. Obviously, you know, some of them are just mentally ill.
Yeah.
Permanently. A lot of those people that are mentally ill, like I was mentally ill. Like I was screaming in like a McDonald's dining area. Like, you know, I was like yelling at people and throwing shit.
That feel good?
Yeah.
I've always wanted to get up.
It kind of does, because when you're home, it's crazy because when you become homeless, you're like, I'm like jaywalking. It like starts with jaywalking. And then you're like, I'm going to like deliberately walk in front of cars.
Yeah, dude, I always wondered about that. So you start being like, fuck these cars, I'm going.
And then you're like, I'm going to litter. And then you're like, I'm going to like knock over a trash can. And it just like escalates. And it's like, I'm going to throw shit at people in a McDonald's. Whoa. And then it's like, I'm going to rob people.
Yeah. Then you know, I might as well put all this energy to good use.
Yeah. And then, it does escalate because going to jail is like, it's basically like a sleepover. It's like, oh shit, I get to like chill for like 3 days. So going to jail is like not a punishment. It's like, oh shit, I'm going to get a pillow and like a shower.
Yeah.
So you're like, I'll throw shit at people.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm going to fuck this lady up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a guy recently, whatchamacallit? Jesus Christ, I'm blanking on where I was. This is bad. I was in Portland, Oregon, and they have a lot of homeless people there.
Oh, yeah.
This weekend, and there was this guy, me and Nate Marshall were walking, and this guy, he was kind of drunk. He was like, oh, what are you guys, homies? And I was like, Yeah, actually we are. And I was like, maybe he's just being friendly. I couldn't really tell. And then I come back and he was just getting in homeless people's faces and being like, what's up, dude? And like shoulder bumping him. I'm like, dude, you're going to get fucking stabbed, dude. I was waiting for it. I'm like, please fucking bash this guy's head in with it. That was, because that was the thing too. Like I didn't realize how hard everyone was rumbling in this. I mean, obviously I knew there was like bad stuff going on, but you're saying like you'd sleep with like a pipe between your legs. People would come in your setup and you got to just fucking, yeah. That shit. I was like, I mean, it makes sense obviously, but I was always like, I think people are maybe just chilling a little more peaceful.
No,
I didn't realize
people are pretty angry.
Yeah.
Because you have nothing to lose. When you have nothing to lose, you're willing to lose your life because your life isn't worth that much. So, and I'm like, I'm like not big. I'm like a white guy. I like look, I look the way I look, but, I looked like I was like 16 until I was like 30.
Yeah.
So I looked like a kid. And,
Same. And then I looked like I was 75 very fast. I skipped like three decades of aging. And now I went from like looking like I was like 27 to looking like I was like 55.
Yeah. Well, I look forward to hitting that relatively soon. But so like I looked like a bitch basically. I mean, I'm not hard, so people tried to fuck with me. And like, being white on Skid Row is unlike everything else in life, it's a detriment.
Yeah, true.
So it wasn't that cool. But people were almost like flabbergasted. They're like, what is this like suburban white boy? They were like kind of respected it.
Yeah,
they were like, holy fuck, man, this like clean cut white kid is like doing it on Skid Row. So
and it was probably came in handy. Like I was reading that, like that's kind of nice when you're able to like use your kind of appearance to. It just helped you.
Yeah, like I went to college, I can talk. So like people were like, oh shit, we could keep this kid around and like talk to the police for us or whatever. And I was really good at stealing because of it.
Yeah.
If you're like a Mexican guy with tattoos all over your face, it's not easy to like go steal shit.
Yeah. Trying to lift toothpaste is not easy.
Yeah. At least 10 years ago.
True. Yeah. Now it's all locked up, I guess.
Yeah. So that kind of fucked everything up. Like I was doing it back in the day when they weren't locking everything up and I was like pretty good. I had like a pretty good system and I made more money than I do now. Like working a job.
Yeah, you were saying when you were shoplifting, it was a couple thousand like a day pretty much?
No, like a couple thousand a week untaxed.
Yeah.
Sweet. So like the same that you would make it like a job now.
Same, it's a shame you missed the self-checkout.
I know.
I had no excuse. I was of relatively sober mind and I pillaged those things pretty hard in the beginning. Yeah. And it wasn't even for like a lust for stuff. I was just kind of like, it was more of like a game where I'd be like, is anyone here actually paying attention to this? Yeah. And it turned out, no, not really at all.
No.
But yeah, I've since obviously given that up. But I remember that part of the book where we had a guy who would serve as decoy and then you would just slip into the side and just, because he was, I guess everyone was like, oh, this motherfucker is going to come in here and steal, and you could just clean out and move.
Yeah. Richie. I mean, his real name was Ryden. I'll just say it, I guess. But Ryden was like known across LA County as like a top shoplifter. So he'd go in first. All the staff would be like, fucking Ryden's here. They would like, they'd like all huddle around Ryden, and then I'd sneak in with 2 like Trader Joe's like permanent shopping bags tucked in my pants and just like dump shit into my bags.
Damn, then you'd probably be looking pretty hippie when you went out there though.
I know. I look like a good Samaritan just chopping.
Wait, so you had them in your pants and you popped them out?
Popped them out.
And then carried?
Yeah, just carried 2 bags. And I linked up with this like, what do you call it? Like a fence. And I got him to start buying makeup. So I just like pour makeup into my bag, and he'd give me like $2.75 per little eyelash thing or whatever. And I just started making a ton of money.
Damn.
And still going to sleep every night with $0.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. That was the craziest thing. So for you, it was like, and again, in the book that you kind of detail, but you start out, it's pretty like regular kind of stuff. But in terms of the drug use, it wasn't so much of like, oh, I'm going to try this, I'm going to try that. You just describe having this just like constant feeling of like, this is wrong, shit's fucked up. Yeah. Then it was like, I need to stay drunk all the time. And it was the thing you talk about, I really like, is just how like the kind of the mental gymnastics of like, look, here's my line. I'm good on this side of the line. If I cross this line, then it's a problem. Then you cross the line, you're like, look, no, the line's over here. And if I cross over here, then I'm fucked. Then eventually it's like, God damn it.
Yeah. There's just constant, and obviously the end line is like, I'm gonna have sex with a guy for money. That's like the last line. And fortunately, I did not cross that line. Respect. I know people don't believe that, but
why? Why do people not believe that? What the fuck, dude?
It's just all my high school friends are like, we know you did it. And I swear I didn't. I mean, one time I let a guy tickle my feet for $100.
Who wouldn't, dude? That's fair.
Who wouldn't? That's fair. And he actually was like a kind of a camcorder guy. So like he filmed it.
Oh,
and
no.
I've hit him up on Gmail. This was like 2011, so I've recently hit him up on Gmail, and I'm like, "Yo, I know you've tickled a lot of feet, but like, do you remember me? Like, I'd like to see that footage." And he's like,
I'll give you $100. How
Yeah,
about that?
yeah, exactly. And he's like, what size foot were you? Like, I got to remember. And he's like, I don't know, man, I've tickled too many feet. You know? But he like tied me up in a bed, like with those like, you know, those like kinky tie up things that have like quick release. It's like safe play or whatever.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Yeah. So like, it was like kind
Me
of
and my
like,
wife, no, there's no safe play down.
but he was cool. He went to UC Berkeley. He was like a small Asian man.
Nice.
We talked to UC, you know, I went to UC Santa Cruz. So we had our little rivalry. We talked school, and then he tickled me.
Was he, what was his deal? Was he kind of like,
He's just a sexual pervert.
he was just a sexual pervert? He was
Yeah.
kind of otherwise just
Yeah.
chilling, normal job. He's like, I'm going to tickle these guys.
Oh yeah, I think he had like a good job, but he was just like, I'm really into tickling. I'm really into tickling feet specifically, and I was like, well, I'm like a meth head, so my feet
Yeah.
do not look good, you know. And I was like, can I keep socks on? And he was like, no, you got to take the socks off. So I took the socks off, and he was like, put the socks back on.
Your feet were thrashed.
And then he was like tickling my feet, and he was like, and I wasn't like, eventually you stop laughing, it stops becoming ticklish, and he was like, you have to, like, that's how you get paid, like you have to laugh. So that was
You
weird.
had to fake it?
I had to fake it.
Oh,
I faked it. Yeah. So that was really like and that was pretty innocent, honestly. So I crossed way worse lines in terms of like, you know, damage I did to other people and things like that I don't feel good about. But generally I had a pretty good time. You know, I started out as a heroin addict, and that was pretty manageable and boring. You just kind of get sleepy. But then I moved to methamphetamine, and that's when things kind of
The way you did that was kind of cool. It wasn't a bad idea, but like how you're saying you were delivering heroin for a guy, and they basically forced you like, bro, I know you're going to be nodding out and shit. Hit some meth, get out there.
Yeah. I kind of worked for this guy that was like working under the cartel, and he would pay me to deliver heroin. And heroin addicts, you know, as you see outside, they're sleepy. You know, they're pretty sleepy. So he was like, I can't trust that you drive and do heroin. You're going to crash. You're going to get arrested. So you actually, as a prerequisite for the job, you have to start doing meth. And that was a line, you know, and I was like, well, it's part of my job details. Like, obviously
True.
I'm going to do that.
Being responsible.
Yeah. And meth, I like fell
I'm
in
a
love with
company
meth.
man.
Yeah, I'm a company man. And I started doing meth, and that, like, I went from like a homeless student. I mean, a drug addict student, like pretty manageable, had a girlfriend, all that, like, to like within 3 weeks, like screaming at people, homeless, like lost my place to live, dropped out of school, crashed my car, lost the car. Yeah, meth like really quickly took me down, and
That kind of sent you into orbit, basically.
Yeah, and I like lost my mind, and you know, there's a lot of fun to be had like in meth psychosis and all that, but it does become pretty unmanageable, and eventually I used crack cocaine to quit meth, so I kind of fell in love with crack.
Because that got you off the meth, yeah. And I've heard vice versa. I've heard of people using meth to get off the crack.
A lot of people actually do that. Yeah, so if you go to Skid Row, it's like full of like OG crackheads that switch to meth.
And they're kind of like, are they tame or are they kind of out of it?
Well, meth is cheaper, but I think meth is like, you can stay up for 6 days on meth and like really start doing some damage, like, you know, really thinking that you're talking to demons and all that. And you get into this like really dark psychosis, whereas crack is very simple. It's just like you think it's like you're just paranoid about the police. So like it actually, and it's very like short. It's like short bursts of this paranoia that's actually pretty fun.
That's cool.
Yeah. So like you smoke crack and you think like the FBI is after you, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's better than demons. I'd rather keep it to this realm.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
open myself up to like, you know, interdimensional fucking beings and shit.
And you like tell yourself you're like, I'm going to smoke this crack. Like, obviously the CIA is not after me. Obviously the FBI is not after me. Like, I'm just I'm a homeless crackhead. And then every single time then you smoke crack and you're like immediately hiding behind a dumpster and you're like, there's a helicopter. And they're like, I stole some makeup. They're fucking after. I'm on like America's Most Wanted.
I'm on the bulletin board. They got my picture.
Board,
The fucking yarn connected me to all the other dudes. Yeah, that is kind of terrifying. It was weird too when you said you were able to like eventually with meth realize like with like, you know, when you're bugging out on weed, you're like, none of this is real. But like, I guess obviously it's way deeper, but to realize like this is just a meth delusion. And I was that you were able to like kind of ride that out a little bit, which sounds fucking crazy.
Yeah, well, when you first start doing it, you have a lot of auditory hallucinations, so you actually hear like your friends so you're like, holy shit, my friends are in the house, like they're in the next room. Then you start texting your friend. You know, I would text my friends and be like, yo, I hear you talking shit, you know, and they're like, I'm 100 miles away right now.
And you're like, yeah, right. Dude.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
And then but the auditory hallucinations are so, they're just so insane that eventually you are like, okay, like my friends are not in the next room, my family is not in the next room, and you sort of tame the beast at that point, and then it just turns into like mental hallucinations, which are more creative and more fun.
Okay. Once
Yeah.
you get over the paranoia, you're like, actually, yeah, let's explore some of these other ideas.
Yeah. But it's a terrible drug. I don't recommend anyone.
Yeah.
You know, it's pretty hard to like functionally use meth
Yeah, I can
and like keep your job.
Unless you're a Nazi soldier.
Yeah, or a gay guy. Gay guys seem to be able to do
I've
it
heard
pretty
that,
well.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. What the hell?
Yeah, I don't know. I used to like chill with these gay dudes in San Francisco, and they were like flight attendants
Just held
and
it
like
down.
had jobs. Yeah.
Do you think they were like microdosing, or they were blazing?
No, I think they were using meth pretty hard. Well, you use meth for like a long weekend. It works really well with jobs that are like 3 days on, 4 days off.
That makes sense. You can just crash for like 3 days.
And then they'd use GHB to like come down. And I like GHB, but they were like, do not pass out around us. They were like, someone could come in, like
they let you know.
they were like, that's on you, buddy.
Yeah, true.
So I'd use GHB and be like, it's time for me to go,
I'm
guys. Yeah, like this is getting too wild in here. And
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not to sound like, ridiculous. I could see that. If you're like a gay guy and you're just kind of methed up, people are like, he's a little sassy today.
Yeah,
Like, he's
yeah.
sassy. It might just take your sass to the next level.
well, they were my friends, but they were like, we have other friends that like we can't. They might come in here, and who knows? You're passed out. Like who knows what happens? So
Fair.
they're like looking out for me.
That's fair, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you're like, partying on meth. That's like,
Yeah, if you're partying on meth with a bunch of gay guys in San Francisco, it's kind of on you
yeah.
if something like that happens.
I would agree.
Yeah.
I would agree. Especially if
Yeah.
it's like, if it's already like, were they like into like, obviously they're probably doing like the chemsex thing and all that.
Yeah, heavy into chemsex. That's basically, yeah.
Can't pass out at a chemsex orgy, dude.
No,
It's
you
like-
cannot pass out.
I would say that's on you. Traditionally, I'd
That's
be like,
on
well, people should conduct themselves in a proper manner. But if you're just like, yeah, I'm going to go to bed right now, a little sleepy. EHB's kicking my ass. I'm about
Yeah.
to pass out, guys. You do you. I'm going to just sleep here on my belly. Don't bother me. I'm such a pussy with substances. I took melatonin for the first time recently because I'm trying to like get my sleep, which I've had some success getting my sleep schedule under like wraps with like traveling and all this stuff. So I've started taking melatonin. I'm such a pussy with substances. Like even that 3 milligrams of melatonin, I'm like, I take it. I'm just laying there reading a book. I'm like, it's not even working. So I'm just reading. All of a sudden I like put my book down. I'm like, ah, fuck, my arms are so heavy. I was like, oh no. I just curled up next to my wife, like, help me. I don't like, I was like the opposite. Like if anything goes into my body, I'm like, what's this? What's happening? What's it? But I do understand. You get to the point where you go, I don't give a fuck. You're just, I do get that too. If things are going wrong and things are, you're just like, I don't give a fuck.
Well,
I
you build
need
a
to exit.
tolerance.
The what?
You build a tolerance to like physically, but you also build a tolerance mentally. You're like, I want to check out. You know? So like I was like, by the end I was shooting heroin, cocaine, and Klonopin at the same time.
Damn.
Which is I don't even know if shooting Klonopin works, but I was shooting Klonopin.
I'm sure it does. I'm sure it got into your bloodstream.
I think so. Yeah. It like what do you call it? It like it makes the heroin act heavier. Because you get such a high tolerance to heroin, and like the problem with heroin is like you get really addicted to heroin to the point where your life gets really shitty, and then you want to kill yourself. But it's like a catch-22 because like now you've become too physically addicted that it's hard to overdose on heroin to kill yourself.
Oh yeah.
So that change obviously with fentanyl that's different.
Yeah.
You can kill yourself pretty easily with fentanyl.
Yeah. So you got out of it before like the big shit with like the what's that shit called? Trank with like the big wounds. Have you seen that?
Yeah. I mean, I last got high in 2018, and
All right.
I was right when fentanyl really started hitting. But I was in Florida at one point, and fentanyl sort of hit Florida first. So I have shot fentanyl. I don't like it. You know, I died. I overdosed in some guy's car, and he like took me to the hospital, and like took everything out of my pockets and like dragged me out of his car and left me.
Jerk.
But they they Narcan me, and they were like, yeah, man, you were doing fentanyl. And I was like, I didn't even know what fentanyl was.
Yeesh.
And they told me. So then obviously I was like, I'm never doing that again. And then like 2 days later, I was like, I'm going to do that again.
I'm gonna try it out.
And fentanyl is.
So you died. You clinically.
I died. I died for like 4 minutes.
Dude,
Yeah.
I have a friend who did that. He died like 3 times.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's crazy because you're like dead, and then they Narcan you, and you feel like you're underwater, and someone's like pulling you up from the ocean. You're like at the bottom of the ocean. You can't breathe. You're like trying to breathe, and then they like pull you out, then you just pop out of the ocean, and then you're just in a hospital, and people are like looking at you.
And I heard you're pretty agitated too, because like it all
pissed.
wears off.
It
right
all
away.
wears off. You're fucking pissed, and they like don't want to help you because I'm like, can I use a phone? The guy took my phone. They're like, can you use a phone? Like, get the
Yeah,
fuck
you're
outta
right on
here.
the beat. You're like, bro, I need to talk to my boy. He owes me $40. You're like, lay down, dude. You're dead.
Yes, and they cut my shirt open, so I had like they like let me go with a gown in Miami, and I was just like walking around Miami with a gown and like no phone. And I called my dad. I finally called my dad, and he was just like, man, you got to go to jail. Like jail would help you right now.
Yeah.
You know.
So what you do?
I think I just called some other people, and eventually, you know, I got picked up. But I just kept using fentanyl. But fentanyl is like very debilitating. Like, you know, I would do fentanyl, and like I had like a 2-week run on fentanyl, and I'd like, you do fentanyl, and you just wake up 12 hours later in like a different neighborhood, and you know, it's really fucked up. Whereas heroin, you can like I used to do construction on heroin. Like you can maintain it. I used like operating heavy machinery and shit.
Yeah.
Whereas with fentanyl, I couldn't even make it back to my halfway house. So like the one rule at my halfway house was like, you just have to show up before midnight and you don't get kicked out. And I got kicked out. Like I couldn't
make it
even
back.
drive a car. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've worked with guys on heroin before. It's not like ideal, obviously, but you know,
It's not
they
ideal,
can get
yeah.
the job done.
Yeah. My dad did it for like 30 years.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, he did fine until he started smoking crack. And then, you know, crack is a different beast.
Yeah, that's what this guy, I would ride around with him all the time in his truck, and he would try to literally like get me to do heroin. He'd be like, bro, you gotta. And my other friend explained it to me that it's really one of those things where when you start doing heroin, you start to evangelize it because you want people underneath you, so then you can start selling to them.
Yeah.
But we worked together all the time. He'd be like, bro, man, you'd be having such a fun time. And I'm like, it's like noon. He's just sweating profusely driving around. I'm like, man, I think I'm right. He's like, dude, you can eat. Like, you're not going to lose your appetite. You'll just party. You'll have it. It'll be awesome. I'm like, and meanwhile, I like literally picked him up from his house or like met him at his house. He was actually the one driving, which is funny enough. But it was just like him, his babes just on a mattress on the ground. He was just like, she was active in the family business, obviously. He was like selling herself.
Yeah.
So all this stuff's being proposed to me. He's like, bro, I'm telling you, it's a good time. I was like, I'm good, man.
I mean, it is a good time when you're on heroin.
Yeah.
And then you wake, and then the heroin wears off, and it's like the worst time.
Yeah,
You
true.
know? And then your life becomes this every day. It's like you do heroin, and you're like, I have 12 hours until I'm having diarrhea and like really sick from heroin.
Not
So
far,
like,
that's not far off.
no,
Yeah.
exactly. But it's like this. It's
Must be putting
fucking-
heroin on the food in the airports, dude.
Yeah.
I think I have the same thing. I think I might be dosing me.
But it's like a full-time job, and it's just
Keeping
it's
it
actually
up.
kind of cool because you like have this one singular goal.
Yeah.
And it's like I just have to like steal shit and get heroin, and then it's like I have to steal shit and get heroin again, and then the next thing you know, like 6 months have passed, and
Whoa.
you know, the second something doesn't link up, and you like, you know, you show up at the CVS and someone already stole all the shit, and you're getting dope sick and everything.
Spaz.
Because once you get too far into dope sickness, you're too dope sick to hustle up money, and it's like this. It's a crazy like treadmill that you have to just run every day.
Yeah. That's why they
Yeah.
say a lot of people who get clean do like very, very well in sales and all. Like
Yeah.
they get clean and they hit sales jobs and they just crush it.
Yeah, that's a big thing in Florida. Like, get off heroin, start selling like scam vacations to Canadians or something.
Yeah, that was my someone I know was down there getting clean in Florida, and he was like, if you ever get a bill collector or anything, just be like, how's it going, man? You clean?
Yeah,
He
how
said
many
a lot
days
of
you got?
Yeah, how many days you got? He said a lot of people that call you up on like telemarketing or just down in
Yeah.
Florida, like outside of rehab.
I did it. Yeah, my dad got sober in Florida, so I went out to Florida and lived in a halfway house with him, and I tried doing the sales job. I left both times at like noon.
Yeah.
I like labor. I like doing labor.
Telemarketing is crazy. I've tried my hand at it as well, and it's I can't explain. It's just the weirdest fucking job. You're just this
Yeah.
little thing, and like, dude, managers are listening in on your call.
They're
I would be
listening.
intensely nervous,
Yeah.
like, oh, hey, just like, dude, I know there's a guy listening. I'm like, fuck.
And they give you a script, and it's like, I know how to talk. Like, let me
Oh,
just talk to
dude.
this guy. And they're like, no, you got to read. And they're like listening on your headset, and they're like, read the fucking script.
Yeah.
Like, I wrote the script. Just read the script.
Scripts are so bad,
Yeah,
dude.
it's so
How do they not know that it's like the worst possible thing?
Yeah, but there's guys that are just making like $5,000 a week doing it.
I know.
You know, it's crazy.
Yeah, that is. There were the office big dogs when I did like tech cyber. I don't know what it was. It was like selling like servers and shit.
Yeah.
And there were guys that were absolutely coining it in there.
Yeah.
They could sit there and like hold it like out of a movie. They'd like hold a ball and be like, let me tell you about the new Pentium 4. And I was like, fuck, dude.
Yeah. I prefer getting paid like $9 an hour and just like doing demo.
Yeah.
With like no one that speaks English.
Yeah, that is
And
nice
just-
actually.
Yeah.
Holy crap, guys. This episode is brought to you by BetterHelp. What's something you'd love to learn? As an adult, do you make time to learn new things as often as you'd like? Or was that lost in childhood? Kids are always learning and growing, but as adults, sometimes we lose that curiosity. What's something you'd like to learn? Gardening? A new language? Or maybe how to finally beat your best friend in bowling? Therapy can help you reconnect with your sense of wonder because your back-to-school era can come at any age. And I agree, I think the copy's a little trite, but I do agree. I think you should always seek to expand your horizons. And again, I know guys have a big thing against it. I do think talking to someone, finding a therapist can get you out of your own personal, the limitations of your social network and maybe expose you to some ideas you would never come across. I don't know. I think it's a good idea. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Rediscover your curiosity with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/MSSP today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/MSSP. Oh my God, guys, Lucy is made for your nicotine routine and delivered straight to your door. It's 100% pure nicotine and always tobacco-free. Lucy isn't like every other nicotine pouch company that's owned by Big Tobacco. They're like the mom and pop shop of pouches. Pouches come in a variety of strengths from 4 milligrams all the way up to 12 milligrams. Lucy offers a unique variety of flavors including apple ice, wintergreen, mango, and espresso. If you're not a pouch person, Lucy gum is available in 2 milligrams, 4 milligrams, or 6 milligrams. What else do I need to say? It's fantastic. I take fucking 600 milligrams every day. Let's level up your nicotine routine with Lucy. Go to lucy.co/drenched and use promo code DRENCHED to get 20% off your first order. Lucy offers free shipping and has a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind. That's lucy.co and use code DRENCHED to get 20% off and always free shipping. And here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every order is age verified. So if you're thinking about picking up young chicks with Lucy products, don't do it. They're only for grown-up responsible adults over the age of 18. Warning, this product contains nicotine, and nicotine is an addictive chemical. Oh, wow. Guys, PrizePicks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. PrizePicks is the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Unlike other apps on PrizePicks, it's just you against the numbers. All you do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and just watch the winnings roll in. You can now win up to 100 times your money on PrizePicks with as little as 4 correct picks. PrizePicks is the best way to get action on sports in most states, including California, Texas, and Georgia. PrizePicks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. PrizePicks invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. I mean, I can't say anything more about this. I love getting in on the fantasy sports action daily with PrizePicks. Just me against the numbers. That's what I want. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code DRENCHED and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code DRENCHED on PrizePicks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. PrizePicks, run your game. Now let's get back to the show after a quick announcement. Hey guys, really quick, I have a couple of shows coming up. I'd love to see you there. I'll be in Philly this weekend, but that's gone. Comedy Connection, East Providence, Rhode Island. That is September 12th to the September 14th. Please go. I think that'll sell out, but let's have fun there. Cleveland, Ohio. I'll be at the Hilarities Comedy Club from October 10th to October 12th. And then Boston, I'll be at the Wilbur, 10/18, one night only, 2 shows. Come on, that's poised to sell out any minute now. Any day now, really. Also, Milwaukee, I'll be at the Improv, 10/24 to 10/26. And these ones are big. Guys, please come to these ones, God damn it. Please, Washington, D.C. area, Virginia. I'll be at the Capital One Hall in Tysons, Virginia on November 15th. And then the next day, I'll be at the New York Comedy Festival, Town Hall, New York City, the state of New York City, New York. That's 11/16. Guys, please come. And then I'll have a bunch of other dates coming up. Love you. Bye. It does have like a freeing effect on the mind when you're doing that. When you're just knocking down walls, carrying heavy stuff. At the end of the day, you're tired. You lay down.
Yeah, that's what I did in Florida. Like I just did like grunt manual labor with like Cubans and Nicaraguans. And yeah, this one guy had a tool chest that said work will set you free, which is what Auschwitz said on Auschwitz. I don't think he was aware of that. But I was like, damn, work does set you free.
True.
You know? And I don't know. It sets you. I recommend if you're trying to get off opiates or drugs, like just go do manual labor. I mean, it really helped me.
Yeah, I could see
you
that.
know, I don't do it anymore, but fuck. I mean, it just makes the clock spin. You're just trying to make the clock spin at first, you know.
Yeah, to get time.
Get through the time. Yeah.
Yeah, that was another thing too. I found kind of striking when you were like, you would get clean. You'd be like, all right, everything's going well. Then there'd be a part of your brain where like, I'm doing heroin.
Yeah.
I'm definitely doing it again. It's just a matter of time. And be like, all right, I'm gonna make it to this city. I'm not gonna stop. Like, I'm gonna stop over here.
Yeah,
that's the weirdest part of the whole thing when it's like, it's like a hard thing for people to wrap their head around because it's like you can have the experience of things going like as south as possible, you know, and like your immediate relationships get thrown off, all this stuff. You get clean. And the thing that sucks about addiction is that thing where you're like, I don't want to do this, but there's genuinely a part of you that's just like, you're like, oh, fuck, whatever.
Yeah, you can't control.
It's hard to explain to anybody else, and it's such a weird part of ourselves that people don't really know what to do with. Like even like experts are like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if you're following your own will and you're a drug addict, you are going to do heroin, whether it takes you 2 days or a week or 30 days, 5 years. Like you're just gonna do heroin, and you know, your life, you know, my life would get pretty good. I'd like buy like a $1,200 car and like get a little job and then be like, okay, I'm moving. You know, I drove from Florida to Oakland one time and like got my apartment set up and everything. And then I was like, I'm going to fucking stay clean. And then I hit like New Orleans and I was like, I'm going to go check out, you know, what's going on. And you're like, I wonder if like you like talk to a kid at a gas station. You're like, is there heroin here? Like just out of curiosity, you know? And then,
there better not be any heroin here, is there?
But I mean, obviously, this, you know, I know this is a Catholic podcast. You know, I got spiritual. You know, so
that's good.
Yeah.
I've heard that is for real. The thing that really helps, man.
Yeah, and people don't want to hear that shit. But sorry, like that's what, you know, that's what helped me. And it's not like it's a non-denominational thing, but like I just like had to give it up, you know, and yeah, man, I believe in God and don't want to get weird or anything about God or anything, but like, you know, I believe in something. You have to believe in something bigger than yourself is like watching over you, and you have to kind of accept. It's actually like a humility thing. It's like when I'm in charge and I make decisions, like I end up in a bathtub in Chinatown, like missing my toe or some shit, and like a needle in my arm, and
Literally.
like that is where I literally end up.
Yeah.
And so I can't make decisions like so you just kind of like try to align your will with God's will. And listen, man, I'm sitting across the table from Matt McCusker right now. And like, I was literally a homeless guy on Skid Row, you know, so like, you know,
Pretty
obviously,
sick,
yeah, it's right.
I'm equally as pumped. Like, dude, it's so fucking cool. I've never got one of these guys.
No, I figure like a lot of people, you know, we see these guys, like people want to hear these guys. You know, I'm a heroin guy. Like I'm a guy, like, you know, so
That
it's
is
a crazy
if you think
opportunity to
about
talk
it,
to one of these
no,
people.
dude, if you were to sit there, you drive past Skid Row and you're like, oh, there's a fucking published author, right? You know, it's like you don't think of it at all.
Yeah,
and it is crazy. And I do think it is regrettable that's just the taboo of our time. Religion, taboo of our time.
Yeah.
Like back in the Victorian times, you couldn't talk about sex. You could talk about religion. Now you can be like, you know, whatever.
You can be like, my daughter does OnlyFans. I'm very proud of her. You know, like, but you can't talk about
I think
God.
the health teacher now in school actually shows their dick to the class. I don't know how they do. But it's like, it's so weird. And if you bring up religion, it's like,
yeah, you can't do it.
I do think that's how AA was founded. It was, I think the guy, Bill was the dude's name.
Yeah, Bill.
He actually met with Carl Jung back when, you know, whatever. And Carl Jung was the guy who was like, bro, if you don't come up with some sort of spiritual connection or come up with some sort of a connection to, you know, a reality beyond yourself or whatever, transpersonal reality, you're doomed.
Yeah.
It's like if you hit, you know, if you're over 40, that was Carl Jung's big thing. It's like if you hit 40 and you don't come up with some worldview that doesn't have you at the absolute center of the universe, if you can somehow like shift it up to where there's actually something way beyond yourself and kind of humble yourself.
Yeah.
He's like, the rest of your life will be way easier. If you don't, it's just all going to fall apart and you're going to go, oh shit.
Yeah, that's like the key for everybody. I mean, especially in the, it works for drug addicts. I think it would work for everybody.
It does. I genuinely think it does.
Yeah,
I had a similar thing because I grew up Catholic, and it was like you get out and you're like, church is bullshit. It's not the real body of Christ. They figured it out. And all of a sudden your life starts to fall apart, and it can be bigger or lesser ways. And you're like, same thing. You're like, I've been in charge of the program here. Results are less than spectacular. Yeah. Let me try to reorient myself, as because it reorients you more towards like service rather than like trying to self-aggrandize and blah blah blah. And right now I'm doing a project where I'm just studying a bunch of autobiographies, and I'm trying to figure out like if there is, I guess I don't know what to call it. I guess it would be like circumstantial proof or whatever, just like anecdotal of like worldviews where it's like, me at the center of the world. They call it, it's like express self is like a type of value system where it's like, I get what I want at the end of the day. At the end of the day, I'm the boss. And there's a lot of people, that's the value system. And then there's the sacrifice self value system, which is like, there's something greater than me. I have to live by, some sort of rules that I don't necessarily set. And I'm trying to like look at all these autobiographies and try to see like, all right, who lives as like more of an express self type, who lives as a sacrifice self. And then after reading hopefully like 50 or 100 autobiographies, being like, all right, here's how these ended up basically. And everyone probably has like a bit of a mix.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's kind of crazy how that is be a thing where it's like, I don't want to get weird, but I believe in God. And it's like, it's not that weird. People have been doing it since the beginning of like human consciousness.
Yeah.
So, and what you're saying, people get worried too. It's like, oh man, like, I don't want to come off as like a religious nut. Because it is, I get it. People can really hammer that home to the point where it's like, all right, but yeah, I'm glad for you. I think that's a good thing. And it's, it's one of those things where it's like, it's hard to monetize, where it's like, well, it's easier to set up like, well, we got to figure out with like pills, this, that, and this. It's like, well, you can also have a spiritual experience. And they're like, all right. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not saying it's like a big conspiracy, but like, well, it's just an unfortunate thing of our time when it's such a simple, so I mean, it's not a simple solution, obviously, but it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know. I think it's regrettable that people are so like, oh, when you're, I can say it's like one of those things that can help your life so tremendously if you find something, tailored for yourself. You don't have to like sever off your rational mind. You just have to like, maybe pluck a little chunk out of it. Yeah. And just kind of keep the rest.
And it like, it gives you community. It gives you a sense of like, there's a bigger thing going on than just what's in my head and like what I think this person thinks about me at the office. And like, drug addicts are the most like self-obsessive, selfish people, really. I mean, I know that sound, that's not like a kind thing to say about these people that are out on the streets, but like I was out on the streets and like all you give a fuck about is yourself. And whenever I only give a fuck about myself, I end up laying in the gutter. I mean, that's just what happens. So like, and I know that's really hard to say as a guy that like, I literally wrote a book about my life, like how self-obsessive could you get? I mean, that's as self-obsessive as you can get, really. But
only great men write autobiographies, so don't.
Yeah, but if you read the book, it's basically me writing about how retarded I am. Yeah, so it's like, sure, it's about me, but it's about how much of a piece of shit I am, really. So hopefully that like, there's a sense of humility around it,
No, I think you did a great job, and it really is. It's one of those things where it's like, whether it's drug addiction or just like, say you're not addicted to drugs, that same line of thought is just not as pronounced. Cause it's like, if you're addicted to heroin and meth, it's like, yeah, you're crashing your car, you're going to jail. So like everyone's easily like, yep, you're fucking up. But if you're running like a similar, I think most people are very, very it's just the way we're designed. It's not like a value or like a character flaw. It's just the way we're kind of designed that I think kind of slowly erodes through a series of repeated and larger failures in life where it's like, say you're like, I didn't do like heroin or meth or anything, but I've had definitely decisions blow up in my face that weren't like my whole family, like, God damn, that guy needs to go away for a while. But it was enough to be like, for me to be like, well, that fucking all went up in smoke. And you're like, God damn it. And you're like, because there's that big master of the universe syndrome where you're like, I got to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like when I would like sell weed and all this stuff, I would be like smoking weed all day, driving around with like 30 pounds of weed in my trunk. Like, dude, I'm the master of the fucking, and just like a bunch of my relationships fell apart. And I was like, I'm kind of a fucking loser. I thought I was a man.
Yeah.
So that can happen, man, when you're just kind of like, dude, I don't have to listen to anybody. I don't have to do anything anyone says. And it's like, when you're young, it's very intoxicating to be in that. And then you're like, oh, there's this whole other part of life that has to go. And like, even if you don't want a family, it's like being involved in your community, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
If you get kind of like self-insulated, it's easy to have like the wheels come off. And it is a funny thing when you're like, I'm the boss here. And it's just like your life just dilapidates and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, and every problem you like, this is a big thing. Like, you know, the guy that's like 45 that just like fucks his life up every year, and it's always like someone else's fault.
Yeah.
So like that's a big thing about addiction, and where it's like you're just constantly blaming everyone. You're at the center of the universe, and you're just blaming everyone around you for like all your problems. So like that's another thing with spirituality is like I don't know. It just helped me like take like a like almost like an overhead view of my life and just be like, hold on, you're like the common denominator of all this shit. Like potentially you are the cause of these problems. Like you are responsible for these problems. And when you kind of like are like, okay, well, it just goes back to like, okay, well then I'm not running the show. I'm going to let someone else run the show. And like, you know, since I was like a laborer on and off, either I was homeless or I was like in a halfway house doing like construction for $9 an hour. And, the second I kind of like started changing my life and living this way and having some faith, like I have a career, I have my family back, I'm fucking doing a podcast. Like, I mean, it just, life really just starts to take off. And right when I finally admitted, like, you are the piece of shit that is causing all these problems. And like, you have to have like a complete psychic change. And, I don't think, a lot of people that are hardcore drug addicts, like if they don't have that psychic change, like it's not really if, it's like, when are you going to go back to that life?
Yeah.
You got to change.
The blame's a big one. I've noticed that with people where they're like, dude, he's a fucking, and you're like, that's your problem right now? This dude's being a dickhead to you? Like, I could name 25 other things, dude. Yeah.
Or like blaming the police. Like I was so pissed at the police set me up. I sold drugs to an undercover cop and like I got a felony and like I had to go to jail, and it like kind of fucked like the next couple of years of my life up, and I was so fucking pissed at the police. And then I got sober and I like kind of changed everything. And I was like, you sold drugs to you stole Tylenol from a CVS, said they were Norcos, sold them to a cop. Yeah. Like, you're retarded. You shouldn't have done that.
Kind of bunky. I always thought if you sell fake drugs, you don't get in as much trouble though.
I think probably, but I was like on hair. I was like, get me out of here. Like I'll plead anything. Like just get me out of here. And like I had a public defender that was probably on methadone, and he was like, yo, you're fucked, man. Like, because like a lot of people, like drug addicts that have like rich family or like family that will support them, like we'll get them that lawyer, and which almost just kicks the can down the road. You know? So like I called my dad and he was like, yo, stay in jail. Like do whatever. I was like, can you get me a lawyer? And he was like, fuck no, I'm not getting a lawyer. And
it'll be good for you to just get like, you need to be contained.
Yeah. And then actually, like when I became homeless, like I was homeless, I did like a year run on Skid Row, and I would like call my dad, and he was like, go to fucking jail. Like do whatever you can to go to jail. Like you need to go to, like my dad went to jail. That's how he like finally got sober. So I got so blessed and, got to fucking go to jail. But jail did not like get me sober. Jail like physically removed me from heroin. I never got physically addicted to heroin ever again. But I still like would relapse for like a few days here and there. And so like jail is not the ultimate solution, but it was like a kick in the ass and sort of like scared the fuck out of me. Like, I was around a lot of people where I was like, damn, you're going to be like a jail guy. Yeah. You're going to be like a prison guy. And like, can you be a prison guy? Like, you're not that big. You're not that tough. Like, can you do it?
How bad does it hurt in prison of just like no babes at all? That's the thing that would really fuck me up, dude. Just zero babes.
I was on heroin.
Sorry, it's a fair question.
So
you weren't really thinking about the babes.
Well, I was on heroin for so long. So when you're on heroin, you have like you're like asexual, like completely. And then when you come off heroin, you're like, you like come in your pants like immediately.
Really?
Like if someone like blows in your direction, like so like you get like ultra horny.
Oh no.
Which is like jail's like the worst place to be ultra horny. So I mean it's fucking weird, man. It's like there's like a female guard once in a while that comes in, you can smell her, and everyone's like smelling, everyone's like puts their nose up and like and then people get weird. People start to get like really weird where they're like, it's like you're not allowed to horseplay in there. You're not allowed to do like any gay shit or like do any gay voices or anything like that or like fuck around. But there's guys that have that like twinkle in their eye.
That would kill me, bro. I can't be like, so fucking gay for you, bro.
Well, that's like the white guy humor is like, let's pretend we're gay.
Yeah.
And like Mexicans run the jail. So they're just like, no gay shit. Like you have to be like, the white guys are like, none of that gay shit. Like in front of, like, we got to impress the Mexicans, obviously. Like, like obviously we all want to like do the gay voice. Like we're in fucking jail with a bunch of guys. Like, but like the Mexicans will call us gay. Like we can't do that.
Yeah, it's trouble. Yeah.
And like obviously the black guys are like no gay. Like they're like number one. Like no gay shit
for sure.
And so it's really sucks for white guys in there.
You can't fuck around and pretend to be gay at all.
You can't fuck around and you can't you know, you can't take the towel and like
Never speeding ever again. I never thought about that.
It's really hard on white guys in there, man.
It's so funny to have like some dude just covered in swastikas, like, and lastly, we can't fuck around about gay stuff.
And it's like clearly, and then occasionally you do have like your all white meeting in the shower area where it's like all white guys, and it's like you can let off some steam and like pretend you're gay for like 10 seconds. But it is funny because like the Mexicans just run everything, and the white guys are allied with the Mexicans.
I've heard
so it's
that,
like
yeah.
we cannot if we lose this allyship, like we are fucked. So like we have to. So the Mexicans like, you guys got to work out every day for an hour. So it's every day. There's like white guys like half-assedly like doing jumping jacks and shit, and like making sure the Mexicans are like watching. You're like, I'm doing them.
Are they pumping iron pretty hard there in the jail?
No, but they're like lifting each other, which is kind of gay. You know, they're like.
For real? They lift each other?
You have to, yeah. If there's like a tiny Mexican guy, it's like, okay, obviously he's like for biceps, you know, and like you have to like use weird shit. You like get under the bunk bed, and you're like, you can do like bench with like they'll get like two Mexican guys on the bunk bed, and then you're like doing like, okay, throw another Mexican guy on there, and you're like doing bench. Yeah,
you gotta squat Danny Trejo.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you get really creative. You get like sometimes you get a trash bag, you fill it up with water. You can do like curls with them.
Yeah, I've heard. So what are like when the Mexican guy's being bicep curl? Does he have like a straight face? Like,
yeah, because you can't be
like
gay.
hard as fuck.
Yeah, you have to look super hard.
Being curled. Yeah. You got a fucking problem with me?
Yeah. No, there's a lot of like get on my back and like I'm gonna do squats.
Yeah.
And like yeah, there's a lot for a place where you're not allowed to pretend to be gay. There's like a lot of gay shit going on, and obviously like you're jerking off in a room with like 100 guys at some point, and you're not allowed to jerk off. Like, but it's kind of a it's like don't ask, don't tell situation.
Yeah.
So
like
you
be a gentleman about it. Don't be like,
fuck. Like a guy used to buy heroin from who I actually was in. He came into the jail, and I was like, "What's up, man?" And I was like, "Do you have any heroin?" And he was like, "No, I'm I'm in jail." But he got caught jerking off. He was like a 7-year-old black dude, super cool guy. But they rolled him up. They were like, "No jerking off." You know,
damn.
He did it. He tried to be polite. He did it at like 5 a.m., but like the early birds woke up and they caught him jerking off. So
fuck, that sucks. I'd rather be caught by my parents 100 times than be in jail and have dudes like, "You jerking off, motherfucker."
No, I did it. It's like the scariest. And obviously, you've jerked off before. You realize like, when you're a kid and like you're listening for your brothers and sisters and shit, and you're like, so this is like scarier because if someone hears you, like they could stab you,
Oh my God.
Not really. I mean, everyone knows like you got to do it. So you just do it in the middle of the night when you wake up, and like no one really, but every night if you ever wake up, you hear like the jingle of like many men quietly masturbating.
It's like the roar of the ocean.
Yeah, exactly. And it kind of like it helps you sleep and everything.
That's crazy, dude. I never thought about that aspect of it. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I figured, I thought you could just like hang your sheets over your bed and be like, "I'm about to jerk off, bro."
No, because there's like a man on your bunk, So unless you have like an arrangement with him or something, I don't listen. I'm not Mr. Prison. I'm not Mr. Jail. Like I've been to jail. Like it could be different in other dorms, but like.
No, it makes sense.
Like my dorm, like it was kind of like you can't even show your dick unless you're in the shower. Like if you got, that was like an instant boob op. Like if your dick popped out, like in the dorm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or if you like talked about dicks or just like, but in the shower, obviously you're all naked, you're showering together, looking at everyone's dick. So
you can do whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
No talking dicks, bro.
No, you can't talk about dicks because.
What do you do with morning wood in jail?
Oh my God. It's just like, yeah, man, it's tough.
You gotta lay there.
You got to just lay there, and sometimes you got to. It's like because I was in the school dorm where I got to go to school, so like I guess I'm going to be late to school, because I can't have someone see my dick.
Yeah, if you had
my hard dick, yeah. So,
bro, the fuck, bro.
Yeah, and
fucking boner away.
And then like meth will come in sometimes, which like makes everyone horny and gay, to be honest.
Yeah.
So like that becomes pretty tough because like people are tweaked out and
damn,
yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's that is tough. I do understand going there and getting clean, but yeah, I think you're right. There is an extra layer, and I feel like there could be. Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like there could be a more nuanced approach in jail once you have those guys as a captive audience. Like, how's the programming? Because I know there's like TC, like therapeutic community and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Did you have that when you were in there?
Well, there's like AA meetings that come in, and we had like meditation classes. But you go there and like half the guys like think it's like gay. They're like, this is gay, and then they like make noises and shit while you're trying to meditate. And there's like, I was like trying
What
to
kind
do
of
it.
noises do they make?
You know, like kumbaya and like
Oh, yeah.
mocking the
Yeah.
a lady came into jail to teach a bunch of guys that like might murder her yoga and like
Yeah.
meditation, and like you're fucking being an asshole.
They're
right
there
now.
like, "Hey."
Yeah. So like, I mean, listen, there's a lot of low IQ people in jail.
True,
you
yeah,
know, but yeah, like obviously there could be a better approach. I was in there, probably 99% of the people I interacted with were either drug addicts or alcoholics. This is not a good system. This is not working. Like clearly this is a drug problem. Even like the
Yeah.
violent criminals, it's like a lot of them were just on meth or like drunk and like beat the shit out of their wife or something. So, you know, there's like foundational issues of mostly like addiction and alcoholism. So like, yeah, we should address, and that doesn't mean like, hey, you shot a guy in the head and you were on meth. Like
sure, yeah.
we're going to put you into a therapeutic program. Like,
Yeah.
you know, if you're violent, you got to probably do some time, but like, you know, there should be, I was really surprised because like one day they just let you out and it's like, what the fuck do you think I'm going to do?
Yeah.
Like I'm just out now. Like, and it's like right by Skid Row and they let you out at like 2 a.m. And, you know, of course, I'm going to go do heroin and smoke crack, you know? So
Yeah.
like of course there's like, there has to be a better approach, but like, you know, there was like the 2020 stuff where like the decriminalization of crime basically. And like, that's not working, you know, just
Yeah.
being like, we're just not going to send people to jail for like doing violent crime. Like that's not really a good approach. So
They're walking that back pretty hard right now. That's just
They're-
we're hitting
yeah,
like Bill
fucking
Clinton
weird,
era,
man.
like tough on crime Democrats are in our near future of being
yeah,
like we're
Kamala
gonna
at the DNC, they were like, Kamala was a tough prosecutor. And Kamala was a tough prosecutor.
Yeah.
Like I'm from Oakland, California, like where she was, you know, she was the DA of San Francisco and she was fucking too hard. I mean, she was like sending parents to jail for like, if their kids missed school and shit.
damn.
Yeah, she was hard, man. But clearly like they're doing this like really quick 180, like this bitch will put you in jail, like vote for her. And like, I don't think it's going to work. I mean, we see what's going on. Like, you can't do that quick of a 180 on that shit. But
Yeah. Well, no, she was
yeah.
chill. She was hard. I think then she was like, I'm
and
gonna
then
chill
she,
as hell.
yeah, then she got really chill, I guess. But
And now she might flip back and be like, look,
well,
I can
don't
slam
think
the
she
gavel.
has like, I don't think she has like a creed or like a, you know, she just,
Yeah.
it was really hot at the time to like be super hard ass, you know, tough
Yeah.
on crime, like, you know, the 90s, the Clinton, you know, the Clinton
Exactly,
crime bill
yeah.
and all that. So she just was kind of going with the times, and then the times changed, you know, and then it goes to like, okay, I'm going to bail people out for like burning down Minneapolis. And shit, you know? So I know you were in Portland. I actually moved to Portland in June 2020.
Oh,
Not a
God.
great month to move to Portland.
Yeah, what happened? Because I kept thinking that Chaz was in Portland. That's Seattle.
No, that was Seattle.
Kind of
yeah.
fucked me up. That was my whole 5 minutes opening and coming out. I was like, I'm gonna make fun of these. I want to make fun of these guys for having like lesbians take control of their city for 6 months.
Well, no, Chaz was like all of downtown Portland, and I had a black girlfriend.
Oh, so they set it up like that.
Yeah, and I went there with a black girlfriend. Not a weird month to move there with a black girlfriend to Portland, and her dad was like, you can't take my daughter to Port. Like, I don't want her around all those crazy white people burning down the city. It was a crazy time, but Portland's cool, man. Portland's cool.
I liked it. So you went there though, and it was like, because people now are like, "Damn, is it like still fucked up?" And I was like, "No,
No, it's
it was
fine.
fine.
Yeah,
It was
yeah,
fine."
it
But
got
it was
better.
like it was as intense as the Chaz there in 2020.
It was fucking intense. It was intense, like spiritually. Like everyone was just like, I was running into people. I like left because there was too many like guys that like dressed like security guards that were like, I'm they, them. Like, you got to call me they. And I was like, you look like a dude, you know, like it's really hard for me to do that. There was just a lot of like,
Yeah.
it was just really hard like that. And like, you know, people were just not chill at all. And it went super far. And then now there's kind of like an overcorrection. And it's kind of chill now, I think people, and honestly, like you guys play a big role, and I'm not, you know,
Appreciate it.
I mean, like, I don't want to sound insane right now, but like, you know, podcasts like yours, like you guys kind of like brought about this like spiritual awakening of like, hey, we just have to like, we can say retarded, like we can, you know, we can be cool, you know, and I think comedy really is like saving America. This is going to sound stupid, but like,
No, I appreciate that, man. Well, the problem I saw with a lot of the stuff was like, you're at college, you're trying to get pussy.
exactly.
You see
like, that's
girls
all
are
it
like
is.
on this wild shit of
Yeah.
like, you know, pretty much they're doing it for Instagram. And then
Yeah.
it's like, you know, maybe they genuinely believe it. I shouldn't say like it's all fake, but it's like they're doing a thing to appease some other force. This is a giant force in your life. And you're like, yeah, I'm a fucking they, them. And it's like, I'm trying to get some fucking pussy. I'm not trying to get frozen out or labeled as like, you're like a boomer or whatever the
Yeah.
fuck people say.
No, everything comes down to I'm trying to get pussy. Like,
think
because I've realized it in my head. Like every decision I've ever, like if there was no pussy, like I wouldn't shower. Like I would shower once a week or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
You know, like there's just every decision that a man makes really comes down to that. So like, yeah, there was just a lot of that, and there was a lot of like even when like you know, like when I was listening to your podcast and I was like, can I even tell people that I'm listening to this shit? Like after the Shane shit. And then now it's like to get pussy, you're like, I listen to the Matt and Shane podcast.
It's flipped. Girls are there's girls. The girlfriends have come and wives are coming to our shows.
Girlfriends have come, yeah.
They've opened their eyes. There was a weird, that was a weird thing, I think. I don't know what it was, man. Because everyone thought they were doing like the right thing. They're like, yeah, I'm on the right side of history now. And it's like, the one thing I will give the like wild ass SJWs from, you know, they did all that stuff for a long time. They did, you know, and you can hate this, but they did raise a lot of issues into the public consciousness.
Yeah.
They kind of really like cracked everyone's head open with a hammer and they're like, think about this. And everyone's like, fuck you guys. I'm not thinking about this. So they did do, you know, if you look back at like the last few years, it's like people are a lot more kind of like, the average person is way more forward thinking than they were, you know, in like the 90s and, you know, early 2000s. So they did put a lot of like, you know, things into people's heads like, you know, like if you're black, it's like kind of weird and way different than being white. And be like, shut up and get a job, you bum. Like it's like that now. People have, I think, from all that stuff, have a more kind of nuanced approach to reality with like social issues.
Yeah,
but they're like what they say to do about it. Their solutions are so bad.
Their solutions are really bad and really hurting the people they're trying to help.
Exactly.
But like, certainly, like, listen, it's really good that we're thinking about these things. And you know, I kind of already did because I'd been to jail and I was noticing patterns. I was like, damn, like, you know, I went to jail for like 5 days when I sold that Percocet to the cop or whatever. And my friend Toning Taylor, named Toning, very odd name, but I was in a midnight mission with him. He did like 5 years for like the same shit. And he was a black guy. And I was like, God damn. Like, and he was like, what? And he was a black Israelite dude.
Nice.
So he liked me because I'm half Jewish, and you know, we'd had Jew talk, you know.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, he really opened my eyes to some shit. I was like, God damn, man. So
yeah, they get crushed. Black dudes get crushed in jail pretty hard.
Yeah. So I was so it was.
But it's harder for us once we get there because we can't do gay stuff.
It's
so
kind of the inverse of inverse of real life.
Yeah. No, dude, my friend was in a one of those like kind of, I don't know. I've never seen anything like this, but it wasn't. So it was technically that part of it was a halfway house. The other part were for like repeat offend people who violated parole. It was just this giant warehouse in Philly, and you would just go to this warehouse and just live in these rooms of like 40 dudes. And it was technically a jail, but it wasn't any like, you didn't go to like the penitentiary. It was just like this holding thing specifically for parole violators if they ever had to do like 6 months or something.
Yeah.
And he said it was run, the whole place was just run by like, there's like these black Muslim ladies in charge of it. And he was like, dude, for real, I don't want to cry racism, but he's like, this is so hard to be white in this place. Yeah. He's like, you could just like, I could bring him in clothes and stuff. I could bring him in anything really, cigarettes, all this stuff. I had to give it to like in a trash bag to this black Muslim lady. She would go through it, and he was like, dude, the drugs here are rampant because you can just stitch heroin into like the waistband of sweatpants. And they're just running amok in here where it's like the drugs are being fueled. Everyone's just making money off this place.
Yeah.
But he was like, and then you just get sent here against your will. He's like, you're trying to get clean. He's like, it's just party time.
Yeah.
So
black Muslim ladies seem to run the Philly airport.
Yeah.
I was at the Philly airport like a week ago.
Yeah, they got a nice stronghold.
No, but they were killing it. They like got me a refund on my flight and shit. So
yeah, they're fucking sweet. It's
They
funny,
are, yeah.
Because if you're like a white dude just kicking around, I always assume like black Muslim ladies don't like white people. You see the gear and you're like, I could see them not being a huge fan of me.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you get to know them, they're very sweet.
Yeah, they were chill.
They're very
they were
cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And another thing about the whole like awakening thing was like my felony, there was some real criminal justice reform where like I actually am not a felon anymore.
Oh, that's cool.
So like they kind of did, you know, and that makes sense. Like that's good. Like, hey, I've behaved for 7 years. Like, can we get rid of the felony?
7 years is a good number too.
Yeah, like it's a jubilee.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So,
it's a Jewish jubilee.
Yeah, so I was like, you know, can I get a job at Walmart finally? Like can I not be a felon? And so good shit like that happened. But then there was like criminal justice reform went like a little too far where it was like you can just like bonk ladies on the head with like a bat and not go to jail. Like that's not good, you know. But
no one wanted to be the guy locking people up. It wasn't like politically good.
Not politically good. But I guess now it is.
It's because now you can become the big like hero. Because before we had the guy, who the fuck was he? Larry Krasner, the DA in Philly, and he was like
bad.
Yeah, they were calling him "Let Him Go, Larry." That was, and I knew like back then, like I knew dudes were like selling weed and stuff. He's like, "Oh, let him go, Larry." That's the dude. We love Larry Krasner. And like it's the wrong guys being like, "This guy rules."
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like it becomes like if you're a DA and you have political aspirations, and it becomes like not politically cool to lock people up. You're like, let's just not lock people up for now. And the city completely goes into disarray because you kind of maybe want to become like a congressperson.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you can't really, people are out here doing, that's the thing, isn't it like in jail, it's like 90% of the crimes are committed by like literally like 5% of the population across like race and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, they say that. Yeah, and shoplifting especially.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So it's like, yeah, snatch these people up, and if they're on drugs, it's like, okay, let's figure out a situation where we maybe mandate them to a long-term treatment center. But we have to like really like look at this like, hey, we're not just like trying to like check boxes here. Like we're really trying to like change this person's life and like give them a life worth living. And like we should really like. I needed purpose, you know, like I was a finished carpenter. So like I eventually like I got out and like I had like a job that not only paid like a decent wage, but it gave me fulfillment. And I was like, I'm building things, I'm helping people, I'm like making beautiful, you know, I'm making houses beautiful and all that. Like we need to like find what people are passionate about, what they can excel at, and like really set them up for a life where it's like, hey, you can afford a 1-bedroom apartment right out of here. Like you can feel good about you. It's like, you're not just going to go get a job at Chipotle and want to kill yourself. And then like, you know, so we just have to really, I mean, this is like a spiritual problem that is plaguing America. Like if you go to any city, like I live in Oakland, California, and it's like, you know, it's totally fucked up.
Yeah, I agree. And it is sad too when you take all these people in jail and it's scary. They all like tattoos and like career criminals. But I do believe at the root of it, it's just like they were once a kid in a very loveless environment. And obviously like there's that's like a continuum. Obviously there's some people who like got it, but there's like other bad stuff mixed in. But then there's people who like just never ever in their life had like anybody care about them at all.
Yeah.
And that's like I think that's the real root issue when you're dealing with people like, you know, jail, anything really.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, how the fuck? And you're going to try to correct that in like an environment that, you know, you obviously need to like take precautions for society. But it's really sad. It's one of those things that's like very, very sad. And I think there is hopefully we'll figure it out. Hopefully we'll figure out a way, because you can't go too kumbaya and be like, just give them a guitar and send them out there. And it's like you just bang someone in the head with a hammer and you're like, God damn it.
Yeah. Or like we're doing this thing where like we're just giving people like apartments in San Francisco and then they're on fentanyl, so they just die in their apartment immediately. So it's like we can't really do that. I understand the argument, like homeless, what's the solution? Home. Like give them home, you know? And it's like, okay, but if you're addicted to fentanyl, you're just gonna like be alone and OD on fentanyl. So yeah, man, there has to be like a more comprehensive approach. And like, you know, people are like, oh, it's gonna cost so much money. And it's like, we're like, San Francisco spends over $1 billion a year on homelessness, and it's just gotten worse and worse and worse and worse. So it's like, I don't think money's the issue. Like we have the money, we just have to like redirect it into a way that is actually productive. But it's right now it's so set up to just like, you can just launder so much money if you start a nonprofit. You know, it's so easy to start a nonprofit. It's like, I hand out crack pipes, give me, you know, a $2 million contract. It's, you know, we just have to rethink all this shit.
Nonprofits I didn't realize how, because I worked at one before when I was in social work school, and I was like, this is like, and it wasn't like out and out like a total scam, but it was kind of like, dude, you guys can tighten this thing up. Like it becomes incentivized to be like, just have someone show up, sign a box. It's like, yeah, but you could have like 5 appointments in one to make this guy's life easier. And like, well, you get $200 every time they show up. You dirty motherfucker. Yeah. But it's, I don't know. I remain hopeful. I think something will happen, but it is weird. Is this like the most homeless people we've ever had? Like
I'd imagine
historically, because I know there was always homeless people, but now it's like, you get out of cities and you're like, dude, it's like younger people just hit the rails, dude. And it's like you see guys in like their 30s or 20s and you're like, bro, like what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Bad. I think there is something to it, man. There's that like spiritual malaise where it's like, there's no point to anything. What's the point? I'm never going to be, you know, X, Y, and Z. And like nobody has that. It's hard to find like the joy in a like, you know, a relatively simple life. Like you're saying, like I can take pride in my work. I can do my thing. Now it's just like, everyone's so atomized. It's not like, oh, I'm part of a nice community. I'm part of everything's just off on like their own individual journey that, you know, typically when you're just by yourself, it just leads to like intense frustration and despair anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lack of hope.
Yeah.
What's this? Oh yeah.
It rose 12% from 2022 to 2023. That's pretty bad, right?
That's pretty bad.
That's a gigantic leap.
It rose 64% in San Francisco from the year 2016 to 2022. And at the same time, spending on homelessness increased by 500%. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, you know, and there's no hope. You know, it's like we live in a time when it's like you can work really hard, you can get that raise, you can get that promotion, and it's like you're still not buying a house. Like,
I know, that's
just
sucks.
like you can't start a family. People aren't getting married. People aren't having kids. Like,
yeah.
It's tough. Hopefully we come out of this. Hopefully whoever wins the presidency, either one of them just makes this shit better. You know, will they do it? Probably not.
Yeah, definitely not.
But
well, dude, definitely. I tell everyone buy your book. Your book's awesome, dude. Jared
Thank you.
Clickstein.
Yeah. The book's Crooked Smile. If you can't afford it, hit me up. I'll send you a copy, or I'll send you like a PDF. I am not a big reader. I know that's a surprise. I wrote a book, but like I can't read. If you can't read, you're looking for the audio book. It's not here yet, but if you buy a copy of the book, it will encourage my publisher to push for the audiobook, and then I'll like send you a link to the audiobook for free if you show me that you bought the book.
So the publisher is weary about doing the audiobook? Why?
They aren't weary. It's just like it's a different like legal setup with the contract, and it's just going to take time. I don't know, but like this will, if it does good sales, they'll push for it faster, and then like I'll send you like a LimeWire link to the fucking audiobook, or so, I'll figure it out. But yeah, we're gonna try to push that through quickly.
Nice, man.
Yeah,
yeah. Tell them to knock it off. Tell them let's do it. Be like, dude, just give me recording time. You can record it in like 20 hours, man.
I know. Yeah,
Tell them to knock it off.
Yeah, but it's like it's just a different. It's legal agent shit. I don't know. Who knows?
Well, dude, thank you so much for coming to this.
No, it's an honor, man. Thank you so much. I
Thanks,
appreciate
bro.
it. Yeah.